Arabia, he had to go live in Egypt.
Yep.
Because prior to Muhammad putting that one God doctrine down, they were worshiping Hubal and the moon goddess.
Yep.
And he was trying to push a whole other ideology, and they was going to all kinds of full-scale onslaught, man. But through a certain process of time, he leveraged his strength, he gained momentum, and they ended up taking over. That's why Islam is one of the biggest religions to this day, man.
The two most popular names in the world is John and Muhammad. Those are, I believe Muhammad is the most popular name, and then John. So that goes to show you. That's why the Quran is written in two different. It's written in either English, Arabic, or French. And that French, because a lot of which are not Jakes, which is a lot of Jake, and it's a lot of Ham, but in the land of Africa, a lot of the religion is pushed heavily on those nations. People in Africa is Islam, going back to Hubal being the god that those Hamites worship, Abal, you know. So it's nothing new under the sun. Now keep going to John.
For salvation is
Talk from the
up.
top action.
This is John 4 verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what.
So you other nations, you worship, but you know not what you worship. It tells you clearly in the scriptures that all the gods of the other nations are idols. Right? They're worthless beings. Like I saw a post online where somebody said there's over 5,000 gods out here, but you believe your God is right. You goddamn right. We do believe that our God is the right God. The God of these other nations is wood and stone. It's worthless. There's plenty of accounts in the scriptures where the Lord shows you that the gods of the other nations are worthless. When the Ark of the Covenant went to those Philistines, and they put the Ark of the Covenant in the house with Dagon. Where was they? And you Roman Catholicism is all about the worship of Dagon. That's what it's all about. That's why the Pope wears that hat, that fish tag hat. You know, it all goes back to the worship of Dagon. Where was Dagon at back then? See?
Yeah, right. Another time in the scriptures too with Elijah. Elijah was declaring who was the true power, and he said, you know, if their power actually does miraculous acts, and that is so their power is actually that. And their power ain't do shit because it's all make believe. It tells you that in the book of Solomon, how the gods and the nations are these crashes and zoomed up. That's when you get the story of Bel and the Dragon. You know?
Yep.
It was from one man's thoughts, and he set up a structure and made thousands of millions of commandments worshipful, and generations after actually showed reverence for that so-called false entity, which is not even an entity because they don't got no reverence. They ain't got no life, they ain't got no spirit. They can't, like I said, they can't do good, they can't do evil.
We know what we worship.
Yeah, we know what we worship. All right, starting with the men of Great Millstone. We know what we worship. We're worshiping Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We know that. All right, you other nations, you don't know what you worship. You other Israelites don't even know what you worship half of. That's why you come. That's why when you this truth to you is a fucking game, man. Go ahead, brother.
These other Israelite groups, what the brother said is right. Okay? Because the scripture talks about another Yahweh Shai, another Messiah coming. And they don't truly worship in the same spirit, okay, of Paul, of Peter, okay? They don't come in the same spirit. So they worship a whole nother power, a whole nother God than the power of the scriptures, man, which is the power of Israel, Yahweh. And they're saying Yahweh Shai. We don't worship the same Yahweh Shai that we worship. They worship a whole nother Savior. Okay? Because when it comes down to doing the work and being diligent, when it comes down to doctrine and understanding the scriptures, they lack heavily in that, especially in prophecy. If we know that the scriptures said in Revelation, the 19th chapter, it said the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. You know, and they lack that. They don't go into the prophecy.
They don't go into prophecy. If you want a good cookout, you join them. You know, if you want a beautiful garment, Go to them. But because they're not coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You come in the spirit of the world. A whole nother anointing. A false anointing. A pseudo anointing. The fucking devil. To put it out there clean. Put it out there plainly for you, all right? You worship Satan. Even if you call on the name of Yahweh Shai, if you're not coming in the right spirit, it's another idol. That's how serious this thing of ours is. When somebody get Matthew the 5th chapter, what is that? That's not a jittle or a jot. That 5 and 17, 5 and 18, 5 and 17 through 19. And then somebody get Revelation 22. You know what I want? Take away from the book. Yep, you get that. I got it. Okay.
All right, this is Matthew, the 5th chapter, verses, let me start 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Yeah, to fulfill. Yahweh Shai is not going to come back until all these words are fulfilled. And even when he comes back, he's still fulfilling prophecy. All right? So this whole idea that the Old Testament is done away with because he fulfilled. Did he fulfill Isaiah 13? The 13th chapter? Is Isaiah the 14th chapter fulfilled? Is Isaiah the 19th chapter fulfilled? Is Isaiah the 47th chapter fulfilled? Is Jeremiah 51 fulfilled? Jeremiah 54? Jeremiah 31? Jeremiah 30?
Deuteronomy 32.
We could keep going. We could keep going, but we made our point, okay? All right, everything is not fulfilled. It's being fulfilled. All right, that's why the brother went into Matthew the 24th chapter. Famine, earthquakes in diverse places, uproars of the people. This is all the fulfillment. All right? We don't care. The Spirit got us to the point. I don't care whether a nigga get it or don't. I really don't care whether you get it or you don't get it. Anybody. Because at the end of the day, it's the Lord that's doing the waking up here. I'm just doing my part to secure my golden ticket. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, everything else is of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You got it good. If you don't, good. Because you know what? It's prophecy, man. You're not getting mad because niggas fuck the nigga, man. All right? Don't care about niggas, man. You know, keep going.
All right, Matthew 5 and 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass,
heaven and earth pass. Scriptures tell you we looking for a new heaven and a new earth. So we waiting for this heaven and this earth to pass. How's it gonna pass? By thermonuclear missiles prophesied about in the Holy Scriptures. Where's Farrakhan telling you that thermonuclear missiles is going to destroy Babylon the Great and that the Lord is going to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel 1/3 out of the land of Babylon? You'll never hear that old fart say that. You ain't never going to hear it. Because he's getting the bag from Esau too, man. He's another sellout. You got something?
This is Zechariah 13 and 4. And it shall come to pass in that day that the prophets shall be ashamed, every one of his vision. When he had prophesied, neither shall they wear a rough garment to the sea.
Yeah. That's us. We just push the word, man. That's what GMS is all about. That's the energy from Yahweh Shem Yahushua by Hashem Rukar Kodash that's been being pushed on our elders and apostles for us. We just push the word, man. We just edify. That's it. If you're looking for fun and games, my suggestion to you as a man is go get a fucking woman, man. If you want to have fun and games, go have some children and a woman.
Hey, you can go to IURC and get both.
All right? We're not.
Even outside of that, I was about to say, don't even be an Israelite. Just be in the world. You want fun and games. Just get you a family, get you a woman, and head and join GDJ's church.
Right. Like we didn't wake up today and be like, man, I'm gonna have so much, Like, even my rib, she had enough sense to say, all right, well, you be good and be safe when you out there. She didn't say go have fucking fun.
Right.
We don't come out here to have fun.
That's right.
This isn't fun. It's really not. It's not fun. It's not fun telling your oppressors that they're going down. This is not a job set up to have fun for. So this, well, we make fun out of it. But the job at hand is serious. It's a dirty job, man. It's hot, it's muggy out here. You know? You gotta be at peace with your fucking enemies walking by. You know, it's a lot that goes into this, man. So if you want to have fun, I suggest you find a woman. Or go have some children. Or go join the YMCA. It's fall season. Go join the basketball league, some shit, man. All right? This is a dirty job, man. All right? Keep going. And it's a rough, like the scripture saying, a rough garment, man. We don't get the enjoyment of having fun. Like, yeah, you know, look at my spiffy garment. See my wristband. Hell no, man. Keep going.
But he shall say, I am no prophet. I am a husbandman. For man taught me to keep cattle from my youth.
Yeah.
Going down to 6. And one shall say unto him, what are these wounds in thy hands? Then he shall answer, those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends.
That's right. You can drop that and go to Matthew.
Matthew. All right, this is Matthew 5 and 18.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
All right, Matthew 5 and 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot, one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. All right, so, you know, like brother was saying, man, all these things and all these scriptures haven't been fulfilled yet. So we're looking to for them to be fulfilled. That's why we're out here telling the people of the judgment that's coming. All right. Let me go to 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of the least commandments and shall teach men so, that's what's going on in the Christian church. Talking about the laws done away with. We you know, even this guy Creflo Dollar said it's wicked to even go by the law. That's totally out of order, man. The Most High is gonna start judging you pastors, man. You know, having you Christian pastors, you top guys, see what happened to Eddie Long and think that can happen to me in a different form of death. But the scriptures continue on saying, let me start from the top. Whosoever therefore shall break one of the least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
I go to show you too, if I can add it to that point. You fake ass, you Israelites that know that you're Israelites and you're false prophet, y'all gonna be some of the lowest in the kingdom. You're gonna be lower than Creflo Dollar.
Yeah.
You're gonna be lower than TD Jakes because TD Jakes is only lying to you in the sense of Christianity. That's a lie as a whole. But then you take it further, and now you got people that are waking up to the fact that they're Israelites, and you want to tell them, no, the mark of the beast is not the RFID chip. No, the mark of the beast is in the barcode. No, the mark of the beast is money. You got niggas teaching that it's money. You know, all you weak ass Israelites, and you teaching that BS. Death is not gonna be enough.
Yeah.
You know, you got it, brother.
Yeah, we got a precept on that. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 31. Because you know, like, you got like another thing too, man. You got like Esau is coming with this black identity extremist movement, and you got guys right now that's even in this city right now. All right, on our old foundation, fitting that narrative, man. You know. So you get that Ezekiel 36 to 31.
God, this is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 31. Then shall ye remember your own evil ways and your doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations.
Like the brother was saying, it's not just Christian pastors. That's these guys claiming that they're Israelites, man. I mean, it was a point in time where like it was just like week after week after week. It was like
like back in the summertime, you had ISUPK. They were getting the two brothers from the New York camp. They had ran into that guy from ISUPK.
Yeah.
Then you got Ed Head with his doctrine. Then you got Teachers the Truth with more bullshit. Then you got it was like IUIC came with some bullshit. So it's like you're gonna remember all this evil teachings that you were doing, and your head is gonna be low in the kingdom. You're gonna be like lowest of the low in the kingdom, man. Especially this guy Jake from IUIC, man. You know, so we're just gonna get back into talking about the end times. You know, all this is what Yahweh Shah was talking about. The Matthew 24 and 5, the deceivers, the false preachers. So we're gonna jump back into that Matthew 24.
This is
Yeah, okay.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
That's right. Wars and rumors of wars, man. You had Trump at the United Nations General Assembly. Man, basically he just shit on everybody, man, except for North Korea. All right, he basically just shit on everybody. I mean, that's the type of president you people voted for, man. He's gonna, Lord willing, he's gonna lead you into World War III.
Yeah, they don't smoke his ass.
Yeah, they don't assassinate him. You know, so you got wars and rumors of war. You got Netanyahu talking. Iran has nukes in a secret location. So we in that time, man. We in that time of wars and rumors of war. You got even the United States allies like Turkey. They're out there burning the United States dollar. That was like a month ago. It was like, to hell with your goddamn dollar, man. That's the times that we're in. Wars and rumors of wars. I can go on and on about different countries. You had when you had the Parliament in the UK. They were getting on Trump. Yeah. All right, you had Theresa May getting on Trump. All right, you had so many events that's going to be leading up to World War III. You had those, I think it was last week, I think it was a Russian plane that got shot down, if I'm not mistaken. So all these events are leading up to wars and rumors of wars, man. All right, that's the times that we're going in, but as long as you Americans can get a goddamn cold one and watch the goddamn Falcons or the Bulldogs, you're not paying attention to what's going on, man. Yeah. But we out here to tell you people of the judgment that's coming to your beloved America, man. Because this place is nothing but a hellhole for us. You know, come Monday, we got to go work some bullshit ass job, work for our oppressor, work around you 2/3 niggas. All right? We don't want to be here, man. Our main duty is to push this word in truth and sincerity, not give you burgers and fringes, all right, picnics, and shooting at the goddamn gun range, man. So let's continue on with that.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nations shall rise against nations.
That's talking about race riots. You see more racial tension. They're making Superman a so-called black man now. All right, you got this guy from Michael B. Jordan. All right, from the Wakanda movie. Now he's Superman.
And people are really mad about that.
Yeah, people are really mad about it. You know, our people are starting to wake up. This, like the brother Alba Baja mentioned last week, these people are starting to wake up to the fact that this man is the devil. All right, that's going to only lead to race riots because that goes back to the scripture. Judah being that crouching lion, that crouching lion, who shall raise him up? The Lord has got to raise up the spirit and these people on this tribe for these race riots, man. We're not going to be doing any of it, okay? We gotta put that out there. We're not going to be doing any of this. The Lord is going to put the spirit on the people on the left-hand side of this chart to raise up against Esau, man.
Hey, a lot of you fake ass bootleg Israelites, you gonna get caught up in that shit.
Yeah.
Because you're not even flowing in the spirit right now.
Yeah.
The spirit tells you, scriptures tell you to wait ye upon the Lord for him to rise up. But a lot of you're doing your own thing now, you're self-willed. So it's only a matter of time before let's go get back.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck it, man. They're my people, man. They're my people, man. We gotta do something.
That's what guy that I was just mentioning. The guy downtown right now. I believe that's not about my main opinion, but you got these guys who want to get that fame and glory, all right, on the screen. But these are guys that was mentioned back in the day. These zealots in Israel. All right, these are these same guys, man. These same guys that go to the gun range, man, they ready for some fuck shit, man.
ALC.
Yeah.
They call themselves sellouts.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing to call it. That's not what we set up to be. We're set up to be teachers.
Yeah, teachers. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, please, sorry. Yeah, that's the guys we listen to, man, because they don't teach. It's all about fame and glory. All right. Philippians, the 2nd chapter says, don't seek out vain glory, which is empty pride. And that's all you're doing, man. Go ahead.
This is in the book of Matthew 23 and 34. Wherefore, behold, now this is Yahweh speaking from red letters. It says, wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes. Okay? It says, and some of them you shall kill and crucify, and some of them shall you in your synagogues and persecute them from city to city. And this is Luke 11:49. Therefore also said the wisdom of the Most High, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them shall they slay and execute and persecute. So the Lord didn't send warriors, He didn't send zealots, He didn't send ninjas and assassins. Okay? All right? Swordsmen and boxers. Okay? The Lord sent wise men, scribes, prophets. Because what does a scribe do? A scribe, he writes down the thing that the Lord says. Well, the prophet do. A prophet even says those things before he says it. A wise man gives you wisdom and knowledge and understanding. So we're sitting out here to teach you. We're not sitting out here to become a military, wear all the same color, purple and gold garment, and march, saying that we're going to defend black people. The hell with black people, okay? We're here to teach the Israelites whether they hear and listen or whether they forbear and say, what up, we don't give a damn, okay? But the blood is off of our hands, man. And we've been persecuted from city to city. Just like the brother had mentioned about, you got the Sakar down there in that last spot, who was at CNN, and then you had, then before that, there was a Papa who was our last spot. Before that, all the other groups was at IUIC, all of them was there. Now the folks were surely moved in the same way that GMS moved. Okay? And the reason that we moved is because of the scripture that I just brought out. We was persecuted from city to city. So we moved from this part to this part. And every time we move, okay, the false prophets and Satan come right behind us. It's going to deceive a lot of you people. And guess what? Word in this spots has gone out already. Okay?
Just like we was persecuted in that spot. Same thing what happened to them guys, and they probably gonna react way differently.
Yeah, well, we put curses on it. Yeah, we did. That's why you shouldn't build on another man's position, because you don't know what where the building was, what building was going on, how he was building, where he left off with his building. Hey, through the Spirit, I'm gonna say this, man, and I say this with all humility. All right, if it wasn't for this brother, that brother, and a few brothers down there before me and this kid, that brother there, there really wouldn't even be no spots in Atlanta where y'all men would be teaching at. That all of y'all teach where we used to teach at. All of you. But you don't want to come under the order, man. Because you're proud, you're self-willed. The scriptures tell you that you speak against the dignities, and you're jealous. You had our old spots. But you take it lightly because you're not moving according to the Spirit, man. That's like me. What if I'm not part of your camp? I'm like, well, I'm gonna teach right here, right there with him. I'm gonna put my stake here. You know, you do shit like that with niggas, you get killed behind some shit like that, man. That's territory.
Hey man, you can't just do that. Territory is territory.
Really, nobody should be in those spots.
Right.
Those are our spots still. Regardless. Right? Regardless. You got the three of the worst fucking Israelites in all of Israel.
Yeah.
Teaching at the spot this brother was at. All right, HOI. They had our old spot, 5 Point. Like I said, if it wasn't For years, nobody was coming in on little 5 point, man. Hell, y'all can't even go to little 5 point because a brother that's in the other camp, that's where he was teaching at. Yeah, how about Shimmy Awashai gonna start judging you other camps, man?
This is Romans 15, verse 20. Yeah, so have I strived to preach the gospel, not where Yahushua was named, lest I should build upon another man's foundation.
Uh-oh.
But as it is written, to whom he was not spoken of, they shall see, and they that have not heard shall
But then
understand.
these same individuals, I'm gonna try to be nice here. These same individuals will talk this bullshit about Israel coming together.
Yeah.
Before we come together, you gotta acknowledge that sin.
Learn some basics.
Like you were saying, you the chief priest, of it, high chief priest. But you don't know the law about building another man's landmark? Hey, he's a false, a pseudo priest.
Second Timothy.
Yeah, second time.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 2. It says, preach the word. Be instant, in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
Yeah, that's what these guys gonna do, man. They always got some solid. Can we all just get along? Rodney King mentality, man. Just preach the word, man. Stop building another man's foundation. Set up your own thing, get the sound doctrine, and preach the word, man. Because by the time fall time come out, man, Sakari ain't gonna be out there. Sakari gonna be back in San Diego, man. He ain't gonna be out here. That goes for HOI Atlanta. Y'all niggas ain't gonna be out there. All you niggas ain't gonna be out there. You Hebrew nigga lights ain't gonna be out there, man. You gonna be cuddled up with some hot cocoa, looking at us. That's what you gonna be doing. All right, preach the word in season, out of season. It's about to get cold soon, bro. You ain't gonna be out there. We know we know the fuck shit that you're doing, man. We know that you're rotten fruit. All right, so that's what we're supposed to do. With that, man, I'm gonna let this brother step up.
Kai, I want to get that precept to
This is Jeremiah 5, verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men.
Right, amongst the Israelites are found wicked men, men that are without honor, men that are without integrity, and men that are not humble, but they're full of pride, like what it says, they're full of pride, strife, and debate. Okay? This is why the Lord has this spiritual eye upon them. Okay? Because what he's going to do is he's going to judge them, okay, for their unequalness. Because when he says that, he talks to Israel and he says, I think it's in the book of Isaiah, I can't remember exactly, but it says, because you got Israel saying, the Lord's ways are not equal. But then the Lord came back, Yahweh came back and said, well, are not your ways unequal? So the Lord is going to judge them for being unequal, for being unjust, you know, not walking according to the rule. All right?
They lay wait as he that set it snares. They set a trap. They catch.
And that's what it is downtown right now. Because you have the imposters come in the place of the authentic.
Yeah.
And then people like, you know how the people probably walk by those zones and be like, oh, I've been looking for your GMS, right?
Right.
That's an imposter. Because like I said, for years, and that's just a fact. I don't care. If you type in anything dealing with Israelites in Atlanta going back 10 years, you ain't going to find these other camps down there, man.
You're going to find GMS videos. All right? You know? Because, you know, the Lord had it where, you know, we was in them areas, but we shook the dust off of them areas to the spirit because it was demonic. Whatever fruits came out of them areas, they came out. And then after that, the Lord will have no mercy for every ever, you know. But as far as us establishing our our altar in these areas, okay, the Lord is not there. Okay? Got something real quick?
Yeah, real quick.
Every 1 second.
It's Isaiah 19, 19 and 19. And it says, and in that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt.
Right, so the Lord has it to where his true prophets are set up in what today we call camps all over the cities of America, cities and states of America. All right? And us being spiritual and holy men, those are like altars unto the people. A lot of people come up and they confess their sins. They say, oh man, a lot of people, they are, trying to get blessings. A lot of people stop from schooling because they have to present themselves, okay, to the Lord.
And that word altar in Hebrew is mazabak. And we represent the sacrifice, which is zabak. We go out there on the highway of the Bible and tell you that in Romans the 13th chapter, to present your body as a living sacrifice. How do you say that? Hitting the streets.
Yep. Keep going. And a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord.
And a pillar. So the Lord has these camps set up to be an altar of sacrifice, spiritual sacrifice, and a pillar, meaning a strong support to get Israel, the so-called taxpayers and Native Americans, the elect, to get their spirits right with our power, Yahweh and the Son, Yahweh Shai. That's why we go out there and we teach, we edify. We don't march, we don't do cadences, we don't set up soup kitchens and give out
Chicken bags.
bags of chicken,
Chips.
boxes of chicken, turkeys, Doritos, Lucy cigarettes. Okay, we don't do that. Okay,
Flu shots.
dollar shots. We don't do that. Okay, we go out there and we teach and we edify. Can I get one scripture real quick? Hold that.
Okay.
Hold what you got. If y'all can get it, or maybe somebody else. Nehemiah 8 and 8. Just going through that. Okay. Because this is the job of us in this last day as the prophets and the teachers of the people. Okay.
All right, Nehemiah 8 and 8. So they read in the book in the law of the Most High distinctly.
That's what we do. We read in the book of the law of the Lord distinctly. Meaning we make a distinction between the understanding of this scripture and that scripture. That's why when we go on to Isaiah 28 chapter, it says here a little and there a little. Okay? That's the platform of the book view.
Rightly dividing the word.
Right, rightly dividing the word of truth. That's why when it comes down to breakdowns of the microchip, okay, I should say the mark of the beast, we can go into it, we can say, well, it's the microchip. Or we can go into about the fire of brimstone and the destruction, all right, and the coming wars, we tell you, okay, well, that's World War III, and the other nations are doing this. Because we read in the book of the law of the Lord distinctly, okay? Go ahead.
And it's but
Yeah.
okay, and Nehemiah, which is the Tishatha and Ezra the priest, the scribe and the Levites that taught the people, said unto all the people.
Right, they taught the people. They taught them what we teach the people. Okay, go ahead.
This day is holy unto the Lord your power. Mourn not, nor weep, for all the people wept when they heard the words of the law.
That's right. And these days right here is about teaching Israel. Because we're what? The scripture say that Judah mourned. The scripture say that the people wept. Because us in our lost state, we don't have an understanding of who we are.
Gates language.
Right, the Gates language. So we're supposed to be in the state of edifying and teaching the people. Okay?
Yeah, and that goes back to one of the pillars. That's why the word edify goes to the word edificio, or edifice, which is to build. You know, it's all spiritual. Going back to what the brother was saying, I was saying, you don't know what brothers built on certain territory, or the reason why men left certain parts. You know, you don't see it in the spirit, but at the end of the day, the individuals that actually did their groundwork and did that foundational work and actually forsook and shook the dust off that place, you can't just go over there and build on top of that. That's why the scripture says that you're not supposed to build on another man's foundation.
Spirit. That's
Neither
a
remove another man's landmark. The Lord deals very, very keenly when it deals with settings of certain men.
It's a coveted spirit. And I was thinking, I was laughing, chuckling. It's a nigga in the camp. If he watch it, which they our biggest fans. They gonna tell me one time, fucking Uber Eats. Cause we was working the same fucking zone. He gonna say, you really build on another man's territory. Nigga, this Uber Eats.
What?
Cause we work in the same little town
That's
area
all.
and shit. I'm building on another man's territory, but you could push the word
In a spot where
in a
brother.
spot where another brother. That's why I was laughing. I'm like, niggas ain't shit, man.
Right, and there's one thing to be adding. Because the scripture says, in the Apocrypha, it says, the skillful man shall add to the word. You taking away from the foundation. You chipping away. You chiseling and chipping away.
Dropping
You're not-
termites and bugs over there.
Right, man, dropping off termites and
Lice.
all kinds of roaches and shit. You know? You know, but you're not building upon it. You're not adding to the word. You're taking away from the word, man.
Cause look how bad Ism got down there. Remember we through the spirit, we drove down there.
Oh,
It was like,
man, it was dirty.
it was sad, man.
Now, I think about 6 months later. Yeah.
They had an argument with him talking about, so what's the point of even being down here? These people ain't listening. That's why we got the fuck around there, man. You already shook the dust on that place.
You dealing with the dust that we shook.
Yeah.
Right. Right, you're going to be the building of the
Building on ruins.
You're finding out what we found out. Go ahead.
So that's sad too.
Yeah. I was here on that before you got time.
Yeah, right. I brought it out.
Okay, so
Let me finish it. So this is Isaiah 19 and 20. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt. For they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them.
Right. You're going to the salvation of Israel. Okay? Through Yahweh Shai, but before that, we're assigning a witness until Yahweh Shai is coming. You know?
You spiritually going around putting flags.
Flags and markers. Okay, this is where you go. You want to, you know what I'm saying?
I got something.
You know?
Real fast, just to
Okay,
go
but that's on that.
That's on my list.
But this is under salt in the earth.
But just like we were saying when I was there, and we represent the salt of the earth. Some individuals, you get the flavor, you get the actual, you extract individuals and bring them into the churches. But if you forsake a place, you're really salt in the earth, which is really condemning a place. Yeah. It is, which is the law of the land, and it is biblical.
Salt in the earth, or sown with salt, is the ritual of spreading salt on conquered cities to symbolize a curse on their re-inhabitation.
And that's what we did in the spirit. That's why Yahweh Shai said, whatever city you enter not and they don't receive you, you shake the dust off your feet. You can get in that place, man. He told Peter and the other apostles that.
And you know how pissed off the Lord would have been if he would have cursed the fig tree and Jake would have tried to reestablish something on that fig tree. The Lord cursed it for a reason. That place was condemned.
Crazy.
The Lord said, woe unto the Shorazon and Bethsaida. Those were cities that the Lord personally condemned.
Capernaum.
Capernaum.
This Matthew. This is Matthew 10, verse 14. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that city or of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet.
That's what we did. We shook off the dust. Same thing the apostles did with 34th and 7, Connecticut. All right. So there's certain places that we bind through the spirit and either blessing or curse, man. Okay? And for the most part, it's going to be curses. Because for years, brothers have been out in these different places all over the city teaching, and people haven't been listening. But some have. Let's say for 5 years, we taught, in 5 points, let's say we taught 10,000, 15,000 people. We got about 10, 15 brothers into the camp. You just say 1 out of 1,000. So now that place is condemned. There's more than likely not too many other people coming out of there.
Yeah, we sucked out, like you said, the brother was going into with the salt. We drew out whatever, like for instance, if you cooking a steak, and you put
you put a heavy coat of salt and pepper on top of it, and you let it sit. And if you watch that steak, it'll draw out all the moisture from within it, so you get a better cook. So we already did that. We drew out all the flavor of that zone that we could. And whatever left with the salt, we don't need it. Like with the high holy day, the brine. You brine something, you add all the salt into it that you possibly can, and when you can't do it no more, you discard the leftover. You rinse the meat off. And it's the same principle, man.
That's right.
But these guys ain't spiritual.
You know why they're not spiritual? Because they're not cultural. They don't really understand the culture of Israel, the culture, because there's a lot of times when Yahweh speaks and teaches, he speaks upon something that Jake can relate to. Parables is something that Jake can relate to. You know, about, eye of a needle, that goes back to, because we had camels going to the city. But if you didn't have a camel in Babylon, you don't have camels and goats and sheep. So you don't know what the hell an eye of a needle is. All right? So when these things are brought in the spirit, you don't understand them because, like Scripture says, you're spiritually discerned. You don't have,
It is niggas
you
with
have a lack of spiritual discernment.
they niggas with Hebrew names.
I got a precept for you too.
Okay.
No, you good. You good.
Okay,
You got it.
you still have something on? Yeah, go ahead. Finish what you got.
Con. Going down to 15. Verily, I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment
That's the spirit, see?
than for that city.
Yeah, this is Genesis 18 and 16. And the men rose up from thence and looked towards Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? And I'm going to jump down to the point 20. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sins is grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me, and if not, I will know. And the men turned their face from thence and went towards Sodom, but Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city.
Yeah, but what if, or maybe, there could be some men that listen to you.
Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? Matter of fact, I'm just going to jump around a little bit. Verse 26, and the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then will I spare all the place for their sakes. And Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Perhaps there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. Now, of course, when you go down to the end, he didn't find one. I'm gonna jump down to verse 32. I'm gonna go down to the last verse. And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. Yeah, okay, no. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his way.
And of course, when you go into the story, there was none except Lot. Lot was the only righteous man which the Lord delivered, and that place was condemned. And just like it said in the scripture with Sodom, after that place got condemned personally by the angels of the Lord, what happened? It was fire and brimstone that got fell in the place. Sodom. Oh, that's that test question. Sodom, Gomorrah.
What's the other 3?
Zeboam,
See?
Zeboam, Admah, and if I'm not mistaken, Bela. Those are the 5 cities. Some of them had nicknames, but those were the 5 cities that was destroyed. And Sodom was one of the top cities, which was known through what? Sodom. Basically it was the Las Vegas Sin City.
Homosexuality, bestiality, whatever sexual perversion you can think of. But the point is, the prophets are set up in certain places, and they bless the city, or they curse the city.
Yeah.
Or they curse that particular area. So y'all are just getting, dry bones out there. But
and it's funny because some of them niggas that be in them camps, we already condemned them, man.
Most of them.
right.
Most of them, they actually came to the camp and they couldn't qualify, man.
They qualify.
They couldn't sign up to the
48
team.
times, 48 fast ain't qualified, man. But he
Yeah, we ain't gonna point him out, but yeah, 48 fast,
You
man.
know, you know, call him 48 fast.
You know.
40 call him man, they got that E40.
Shoe fits well.
E40, you ain't make it, man.
A lot of you, man. A lot of you, a lot of these camps that are out here, they spin offs of us. They spin off. We know a lot. That's why I be in the spirit. And I say this humbly. I say this humbly, and all of you brothers, man. If you in the right spirit, hey man, I feel like this, man. If you call yourself a teacher of this word, and if I don't know you, or one of these brothers don't know you, hey, we gotta pull your foul, man.
Hell yeah.
All right, because at the end of the day, starting with the apostles and elders, hey man, they put us over this zone, man. Everything that comes through Georgia got to come through us, man.
We the gates.
We the gates of Washington, the cities, man.
With a watchman. That's what they say. What's that? Ezekiel 17? That's set up a watchman. You know?
Habakkuk,
Yeah, Habakkuk. Yeah,
you know,
Habakkuk too.
and that's just the spirit, man. It's just the reality of it, man.
Hey, it's something. Look, it's not nothing to brag or boast about or nothing like. It's just something that the Lord has always used that particular setup, watchmen and elders, and throughout time. It's found in the scripture, so it's not something that it just so happened that the light rested upon particular men. It's not nothing. I just hope I can do my job. Through the spirit, I hope I do my job the best.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the Lord set us up as vanguards, man. We're the forefront of this body of work. And anybody that actually comes in, you got to get clearance. It tells you that even in Ezekiel, even in the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
The 144,000, it ain't going to be a nigga that's going to slip through the crevices. Everybody's going to have to pass through that rod. Like this nigga used to say, everybody got to pass through.
Yeah, everybody got to pass through the rod. Let's get Ezekiel 20.
I'm going to get that Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2:1. Oh, yeah?
Go ahead.
I was standing upon my watch and set me upon the tower.
Right? That's what the prophets do. We all set up on our watch. It's not something. Now, real quick, can I get Amos 7? And you jump right back to
Yeah.
Amos 7.
Yeah, you go over there.
Amos.
Where it says, I want to gather a sycamore fruit. Somewhere around there, Amos 7. Amos 7. I said 9.
I keep going the same time.
Go ahead.
Okay. Continuing on. I was standing upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch. You go ahead.
Yeah. Right. So you have certain men that is called into this thing that are, regular men living their lives.
Yeah. So-called laymen. Which the word
Or common men.
common men. Like the disciples, they would be laymen. That's where you get the term layman's terms. Because in order to be a layman, you basically don't pick up biblical vernacular. You don't pick up certain vernacular. Say for instance, doctors speak a whole nother language.
Right.
But in order to speak to somebody, a regular layman, they actually have to butcher up and dumb themselves down for the common man to understand.
That's what Paul was saying in 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Down for it.
Yeah. So it's been spiritual and carnal things.
Carnal.
You watch these doctor shows, and the doctor goes into the room with the patient's family. And they're like, well, you're follicular, yada, 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 this, that, and the third. And then you always have somebody in the background. In layman's terms. Tell us in layman's terms, doctor. He's going to die, okay?
He's going to die, man. He only got 3 months.
You got to throw a nigga in there.
Yeah. But it was certain men of the Lord that were just laymen. They weren't really coming out of that prophet's anointed line, that pure stock, the pure stock of Judah or Ephraim, whatever.
Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel.
Anointed from birth.
Right.
So come out of that priest line.
Yep.
You had a certain, like Yahushua, even though Yahushua didn't come from a very, very pure line, he came from the pure stock of Judah, he still was in the hood, so to speak. He still was a lowly man. What do you want to say?
Yeah, you read right
Yeah. So understand
now. But I was a herdman and a gatherer of sycamore trees.
Right. He was
Sycamore
a herdsman.
fruits,
He was like a farmer. He had cattle. He had fruit. He wasn't out there, in the temple. Probably gave whatever tithes he could, increase in the Feast of Tabernacles. You know, Amos wasn't out there, you know, debating and debilitating with the, you know, the scribes and Pharisees and or that did the priests and the chief priests. You know, he was working his day to day.
Spirit fell on him.
You know, right? Spirit fell on him. Go ahead.
Verse 15, and the Lord took me as I followed the flock, and the Lord said unto me, Go, prophesy unto my people Israel.
Right, so the Lord took him. He was doing it in the spirit, you know, the vibration of the Lord was on him. And then, you know, he probably sung and cried and seen things that weren't right back in his time. And the Spirit hit him, you know. You know, the Holy Spirit hit him, and he was like, hey, and the Lord told him to go and prophesy, you know. So not everybody's going to be, you know, someone noble born. You know?
That's why the Lord told that about David, looking down upon the outward appearance. Because when, if I'm not mistaken, Samuel, when he went to go search for the king, after basically Saul was basically being condemned in the spirit, he went to David's residence, and he seen the mighty men that were actually in Saul's army, actually David's brethren. And he thought that they was going to be the chosen.
Yeah.
You know? And the Lord said through Samuel, you know, basically he said to Samuel, yeah, you get that.
I just get it real quick.
Don't look on the outward appearance.
So 1 Samuel 16 and I'm going too far back.
And what's very ironic about that story too is later on, David showed himself more valiant than all his brethren, and above every man in Israel. Because when he went to go to the battle, he seen his brethren. They were like, what the hell is this? What you doing here, man? You know? They was trying, you know, like he was like a little brother. He was known as Ready. Yeah, Ready.
Runt of the family. And if Samuel felt like that about him, can you imagine what his brothers?
Yeah.
It's probably monsters, man.
Got it tight.
All right, I'm gonna start at the top if you don't mind. This is 1 Samuel 16 and 1. And it says, and the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thine horn with oil, and go, and I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king, among his sons. And Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. And the Lord said, take a heifer with thee, and say, I will come to sacrifice to the Lord. I am come to sacrifice to the Lord. And verse 3, and call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will shew thee what thou shalt do. And thou shalt anoint unto me him whom I named unto thee. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming, saying, comest thou peaceably?
Yeah, because he was the prophet and the man of the Lord. They feared the prophets. They didn't know going back to the city, whether he was going to bless Bethlehem or he was going to condemn Bethlehem.
Yep. Because they saw what the Lord, what works the Lord worked through Samuel with Eli. When he took out Eli and his sons, the Lord said he would make him known amongst the nation. So they knew, like, nah, they know anybody. That's Samuel.
And that's the elders of the city. Those were mighty men, you know? So that shows you that Samuel was of a very, very high stature in the spirit. But it was still certain men that was above him, you know, which truthfully speaking, nobody's above the prophet. You know, but that's why I say he had a level of fear, because he thought the king Saul would kill him if he would go and anoint another king. Because Saul was on a fucking tirade at that time, man.
Yeah.
That's all. Verse 5, and he said, peaceably, I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. Verse 6, and it came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him. Verse 7, the point.
And you know, he had to be chiseled up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, nice garment.
Had a gleam to his beard. Beard was gleaming.
Got him glowing.
Might have been oily. Natural body oils.
Franked up.
Had an aura.
Yeah,
Nice garment.
Yeah.
You know, people knew him. You know, people probably know him.
Hell yeah, he was known because he was in a war. He was a mighty warrior in Saul's army. Yeah, probably like a real brawler. All kind of muscles. You see every fucking muscle on his body, man.
Verse 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him.
So he was tall.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Tall, dark,
Tall,
and handsome.
Yeah, tall, dark, and handsome.
Samuel like, yeah, that's the one. Because the thing is about representative. That would be the best candidate to represent the Most High. You know, and he was looking at the outward because an outward man, you know, basically was like, okay, this is the man that's coming in the image of the Most High. Because really prior to David, Saul was known through his height, his stature.
Yeah, he was huge.
Yeah, he was a huge individual.
And it says, for the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
That's right. So he looks upon your spirit. You know. Can you go back to what you was?
I was like Amos, right?
Yeah. What was something you was doing?
One second.
I'll come with his point. But you know, the main point is, you know, the Lord, he just deals with men. Okay. Common, yeah, right, yeah.
Meet.
Yeah, meet the common man.
The lowest of men too.
Yeah.
The Lord not looking for these celebrities, you know. If the word celebrity goes to the word celeste, which means heaven, the ones that's actually exalted on high. He wants the ones that's at the bottom to show his power.
So you want to look at 15?
Yeah.
All right. This is Amos 7 and 15. And it says, and the Lord took me as I followed the flock. And the Lord said unto me, go, prophesy unto my people Israel.
Right. So that's the same thing that we do today. We didn't come from a line of priests that we know of. You know, some may have, but then some others are not.
Some of us come from peasant stock.
Right. Some of us are lowly peasants and nerf herders.
If you really want to be technical, at the end of the day, all of us are slaves.
Yeah, really.
Right.
All right. So we lost all that that nobility and culture and all that. We all slaves, man. So whether you come from a more financially established slave family on this side, or you just you sharing a box of chicken every night, we all slaves in this thing, man. So there's no room for that boasting and bragging or we don't got shit to brag on.
Right. You don't have a pot to piss in or whatever.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, Esau rearranged the nobility of Israel. We don't know what line we come out of. When the Babylonians took us down, which they was destroyers of records too. They destroyed the records, and it said that they took all the mighty and righteous men and left the poor men there. So the mighty men was at the bottom, basically doing slave work. Same thing to this day.
Depending on what but let's go to let's get into these prophecies. Yeah. Let's go to we're going to Jeremiah 6. That's a Jeremiah. 2nd Ezra 16 and 1. All right, but that prophecy is hot right now. Right? Because these nations with Trump, China, Russia, Iran, all these countries, man, they're Syria, okay? All right? They're all basically coming together for this Third World War. Okay? That's the time we're living in. We are living in the time of the Third World War. This is the calm before the storm. This is the quiet
before the storm.
Yeah, quiet, calm before the storm. Okay? Right now you can walk down the street and you can buy your Starbucks and go to your restaurants and get a glass of wine and get you a 2 for $20 from Applebee's, and everything is all good. But the time is coming to when it's not going to be the same lifestyle you've been living. You might get up Monday and Shit, you ain't gotta go to work.
Shit, it might not be no Tuesday.
Right? It might not be no Tuesday.
Work day.
And going back to September 11, 2001, it wasn't a Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. People were like, God damn. Because they woke up Tuesday morning and shoot, that was it.
Yep.
You know, Monday was as normal as hell. Tuesday came around, everybody was like, yo, I was just getting ready to go get some gas.
And when we say that too, you're gonna wake up one day, there ain't gonna be no more Tuesday. It's because in that day, that's the day to come. Let 3, 4, 5 days go by where you don't have the ability to look on your phone and look at a calendar. Or go in your house and you got your trusty calendar on the wall and shit. A lot of you're gonna forget what day of the week very quickly.
Don't know how to, because you don't know how to calculate time according to the natural order of things.
That's why the Spirit of the Lord has it set up for us as a nation. We base ours off the new moon, day 1, day 2, day 3. That's all that matters, man. All that extra. Well, it's the 17th of July of June. That's bullshit.
But you don't damn matter.
Leap year and all that bullshit.
Esau, that's the
You good for slacking, man.
No, you good. The calendar is a political calendar. The reason why they use these months and these days of the week when they name them is because it's so natural. Like, let's say your bill is due on January 1st, right? You know, your rent or whatever is due on January 1st, or March 1st, or whatever, March 1st. But March 1st comes 2 days after the new moon. You know, but March 1st is a goddamn fucking Wednesday, Wednesday. When all hell breaks loose, nobody's gonna be worrying about whether or not it's March 1st, or I have to make sure that these dates is accurate because I have to make sure that these people's payments is deposited in the accounts for the bills being. Nobody's gonna care about that.
That's right.
Everybody's gonna be worrying about what. Okay, first day, second day. How many days has it been?
Survival, really.
You know, survival. It's been 3 days since the attack.
Look how they show you.
What?
You know, they show you on the show American Horror Story: The Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
After the apocalypse occurred, which that's bullshit because the scriptures tell you that the Lord said He's going to destroy Babylon the Great in 1 hour.
Right.
All right, but once the grid gets cut off, let's just say when the grid gets cut off, it's going to be 2 weeks since that happened.
Right.
Everything's going to stop, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, if you go into that movie, The Book of Eli. You know, he was asked about the time, and he was like, it's been 40 years since the Flash.
Yeah.
Or 20 years, since the Flash. Since the Flash was blind, because he was like, once the Flash came, that's how he got blind.
Yeah.
You know, because he saw the Flash, but that was more likely a nuclear attack.
Yeah.
You know?
Nuclear, what they call
You know,
it?
it could have been
The winter, what they call it? Nuclear winter?
Yeah. So it's been so many years since that event. That's how you're going to be able to tell time. Not because goddamn June 16th.
Or an app on your fucking phone.
Yeah. App on your phone or goddamn October, 31st and shit. You're not going to be paying attention to that.
Yeah, all that knowledge.
It's not going to matter. That's why Scripture says sun and moon shall be darkened.
Beautiful.
Your knowledge and understanding are going to be taken away. But let's get to the prophecy.
So this is 2 Ezra 16:1. And it says, woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia.
Which means destruction be unto thee. Woe means destruction. Destruction. Death. Okay, it's coming to Babylon and Asia. Go ahead.
Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
Egypt and Syria. Okay, so all these areas right now, you look into these the so-called modern day. All right, all these places are hotbed for war and friction, man. Tension between people, man. Violence. Okay, erupting, protests, riots. Okay. So the Lord is already condemning them via destruction, man. Whether it be Babylon, which is America, Asia is China's, Russia is on the Asian continent.
Yeah.
So
That's
Russia's a part of
classified as
Asia. Russia's classified as Asia.
Yeah.
Along with China and North Korea. Same thing with Syria and Egypt is part of what? The Middle East. Okay?
So it really going to the world, like the scripture.
Yeah, Europe's part of the Asian continent. They want to name that whole area Eurasia.
Well, you got Europe and Asia, but Europe Yeah, the Babylon, because Babylon is Babylon. The whore upon Babylon rides upon that beast, which is Europe.
See, they all because we really live in corporate America where all these countries are interconnected economically. Globalism. Where if one country falls and they suffer disaster, all nations are going to actually be affected by it. So how much more when this empire on a whole falls? When America falls, it's not just going to be hell in America. It's going to be everywhere. Man.
Everywhere.
And America's the strongest.
America's the strongest.
Well, hey, you know what? And it's hitting everywhere first. Every
That's
other country
scary.
is going through all kind of violence, people killing each other in the streets and protests and riots, except for America. America still has some sort of law and order, and the government hasn't totally been overran or coerced into austerity measures. But Europe, you got James Cameron, over Europe, over England in particular, he's been coerced into delving out austerity measures unto the people of London and England and the UK abroad. The same thing with Angela Merkel and this guy, the leader of France. Okay, the name is stated. But basically, they've been coerced into basically putting out austerity measures in the land, and people got to follow it. But in the reaction to that, people are rioting. Same thing in South and Central America.
That's right.
Okay, with Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela, he's had to give out austerity measures. Okay, all right, to the people based on certain taxes and certain plans and pensions or whatever, and the people and the students, many of the students and the young people out here rioting, protesting, killing each other, all right? Performing acts of violence, all right?
That's why the internet got to go.
That's why, because the internet is putting the truth out there. When anybody with a smartphone can press record on it and
It's
upload
viral.
it. Matter of fact, sometimes you get these apps, you record and upload straight to YouTube.
It goes viral.
It goes viral, So these things are showing you the proof of the manifestation of the word. All right?
It's all manifested.
But it's hurting the elites because they want to be able to control the narrative. And it's getting to a point where they can't do it.
Their own narrative is coming against them at this point, actually.
Because they trying to actually hold and put a wall above all the floodgates of hell that's coming to America. It's only going to hold so much. And more of these rapid waters of destruction, hell, doom, and misery is constantly beating and plaguing its pace. And what's going to happen? The whole wall is going to break down, and the storm of water is going to flood through this place.
Real quick. So what Barzal was saying. This is Isaiah 30 and
Well, I was gonna say in the spiritual too, because it's already been recorded, or actually in the books of Esau through his so-called left-hand side prophecy to destroy America. That's why you have something, of course, as everybody's familiar with, the Albert Pike plan, which he spoke about the 3 world wars, and he spoke about those countries in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, that's going to associate themselves in the time of destruction. And we live in here, man. We see it economically, we see it politically, we see the presidents, we see the actions that everybody's taking. We see prices surging up.
I seen gas the other week. I think on the south side, $3.39 a gallon.
Wow.
I want to take a picture of that shit. I was like, man, ain't no fucking way I'm paying that shit.
Hell no.
I got the description if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 30 and 12, and the points in 13. It says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stayed thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
Oh, that's a spirit. I was reading that yesterday.
There you go.
Hey, because when this society collapses, it's because our people, and it's mainly to punish Israel, first and foremost. Scripture says that out of all the families of the earth, I have known thee only.
That's right.
And I shall punish you for what? For your iniquities. But because, matter of fact, read that again.
This is Isaiah 30 and 13. It says, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach.
That's right. Read the verse.
Verse 1. This is Isaiah 30 and 12. And it says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
Right, the ye's talking about you Israelites, you Hispanics, you so-called Latinos, Latinas, all right? You Native American and Seminole Indians, you niggas, you black people, it's talking to you. Israelites, it's talking to you, okay? Because you despise this word, because you despise what we're bringing out, okay? Go ahead.
And trust in oppression.
Right, because you don't listen to the Holy One, Yahweh of Israel, our power, and you trust in oppression. You can't tell me that you're not trusting in America, the same place in the same country, all right, that's been killing you, but you still want that justice, man.
But the word in the sidebar for oppression is fraud.
That's them dead
U.S.
notes.
dollar, and that's I want to talk about that too. Hey, this American dollar is being de-dollarized all around the world. All the countries that's been using, can you get Obadiah 1:7? All these countries and all these nations that have been using the American dollar, they ain't using the American dollar no more. You know why? Because the American dollar is fraud.
They got fraud.
Okay,
They got fraud.
It's set up by a credit-based system, and credit is a merit system that America regulates. Okay?
Privately. That's not audited.
All right? It's not based upon any commodity or any intrinsic value.
I got something.
All right?
Where you go?
You know?
It's a quick precept. James 5:4.
Right.
Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields,
Yep.
which is of you, kept back by fraud.
But you're the laborers of the society,
Yikes.
but it's this fraud to this system that you trust in, and it's been kept, your wealth has been kept from you. That's why, like, brother talking this week about I know this week or maybe even last week, it was a post a brother made about how it's about the money, about blacks, about how the money is the amount of money that a household that a so-called black American had as opposed to like a white family.
I think I said that in there.
California, yeah.
Like the average,
I mean,
you talking about California or
Yeah,
overall?
Cali. I think it was one in Cali that I noticed.
I think they said the average black family has like a dollar net worth or something like that.
Yeah, like $3 or $4 net worth.
$3 or
I think.
$4 net worth.
And then a so-called white family has like a $200,000 net worth.
That's fraud.
That's fraud, man, being kept back. Okay, from who? The laborers. You Israelites that have built this society.
That's
Okay.
why I say the plowman should overtake the reaper.
That's right.
Because we the ones that actually been plowing all these fucking big ass buildings and these road systems, these transit routes, these cars, automobiles, technology. All this shit was built by Jake, man. But we still at the bottom. We still the ghettos and the projects is filled up by niggas in the suburban areas, which the laziest motherfuckers, the so-called white people and Arabs, they live in those stuff.
Yeah, that's why when I Uber and shit, you know, you be feeling that kind of like that pressure, like, wow, let me play music that's safe for everybody. I be like, man, fuck that, man. I'm playing this nigga music, man. Cause when they in their home and shit, they everything you do is according to us.
Yeah.
You watch us on sports. You listen to our music. You eat our food.
Anyway.
So fuck that.
That's
I'm gonna
true.
play whatever I want to play.
They gonna like the shit anyway.
Right. What's that you're playing?
Yeah, right?
Who's
that?
Beast Mode 2.
Yeah, right. Fucking play the Carter 5.
We're the Carter 5 in the movie.
Let me finish that last part. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you, kept back by fraud, crieth.
That's right. And hey, guess what?
Damn.
The elect of those people, all right, are
That's right.
sighing and crying, all right, on his highways and byways every week, every day.
'Cause we
Start saying
victims.
every week, every day, man.
We virgins that got raped.
Right, we was raped. We crying out to our husband,
Yeah.
which is Yahweh Shai.
And the Lord,
Okay.
the Lord's gonna advocate us, man.
Guess what? The white man raped.
Yeah. He raped all of us.
And we should, hey man, Me Too. Yeah, we're part of Me Too.
And we are. Israel is part of the Me Too.
We're part of the Me
Yeah.
Too movement, man.
We did the Me Too movement before that.
Right. Well,
Hey, what did you crackers do to Bill Cosby before he did what he did?
Right.
Shit,
You know,
if I was
your
Bill,
ancestors.
hey, if I was Bill, I'd come out and be like, yeah, these white men rape me. Fuck it, man.
Yeah. Just sticking it to the man that's stuck in
I'm just sticking to the man that's stuck in the meat.
And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
The Lord, the Heavenly Father Himself,
Lord of
Yahweh, with it.
And we know that. With that scripture, we're living examples of that scripture. Because we go out here, we work all these areas. Hell, some of us are construction. I know this brother, he do construction. Me and this brother, we worked on houses together. Hey, this cracker have you on a job, working on a house, knowing goddamn well he gonna cap off and make $10,000-$15,000 profit. But then he don't want to give you your little few $100.
First of all, the bonuses, let me tell you, the bonuses these superintendents and stuff make be in the anywhere from the maybe $10,000 range to $50,000 range. Bonus.
It's not even salary.
Aside from salary.
We only make that a year.
I don't get that in a year.
And they gotta work 2 years just to see it. Oh, well, you don't even see it at the end of the day.
You don't even see
Dude,
it.
I think I may just be hitting that mark. But guess what I got to show for it? Nothing. So
That's the truth. That's it.
I got nada, baby, nada.
That cuts the fact that you rats over there in the land that you're the Israelites. That's a clean cut to you. Because you know where do you see these rats on the job doing work, getting the shit into the stick?
Right,
You don't even see rats.
You don't even see their ass.
You don't see them. I don't think I've seen
I never worked with
2 or 3 so-called Jews since I went to Brooklyn.
You know the reason why you
And that was
never
like
work with
3
you?
years ago.
Because they ain't at the fucking bottom doing construction work like you.
Exactly.
They don't
Lawyers, doctors, dentists.
Yeah. Or they're not, like they ain't working fast food and catching, transit. And they do catch transits because they want to. Oh, we're going to make it convenient for us because we're going to this event that another one of our Jewish friends are hosting down in the city. And to avoid traffic and paying, because they spend is over their money. Instead of paying tolls and parking, we're just going to take the train for 2 hours.
Shit. Oh, don't tempt us. We go over there in fucking North Druid Hills and just set up camp and curse you.
Oh, man.
Curse
Hey,
you fucking
that
rats
that
out.
might be the next
Just for shits and giggles.
Spirit might have
Just set us up right there in North Druid Hills. Just cursing their ass out.
Bless them.
Hey, sure. But,
I'm going.
okay, go ahead.
Because it's Isaiah 30 and 13. It says, therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
That's right. So this iniquity that our people have been committing by trusting in the oppressor and those that defraud us, it's going to be like a breach ready to fall. I mean, it's going to be like I think it's
hold
like
up
a
is
swelling
gonna break.
in the wall.
Swelling.
Yeah.
It's like a dam that's ready to give up.
Well, that's why you have the housing bubble. You
Yep.
have the what's the one?
Oh, you had the housing market bubble,
It's a new one now too.
the credit card debt,
Yep.
and college loan debt.
That goes to Isaiah the 14th chapter where it says the worm is spread unto them.
Yeah, cake.
Yep, because the Lord is actually canker sore in this place, and we represent the worm too. That's why the scripture says, "Thou worm Jacob." What's the worm known to do? Eat, which really the word worm goes into pests or termites, the ones that actually eat and deteriorate substance-based products. So,
Matter of fact, can I bring out?
oh yeah, you got it.
Something for that, since we talked about that. I was reading this earlier. Listen to this. This torturing method done in
Was it done by white people?
it was done by who was this? Xerxes. What was he?
Oh,
Medes.
ancient world.
The ancient world.
Okay.
Scapism, if I'm saying that correctly. Scapism is also known as the bolts, is an alleged ancient Persian method of execution. The word comes from the Greek scape, meaning anything scooped or hollowed out. Now listen to this. Tell us when I read this. Tell me this ain't us in the spirit, right? We scape and we scapism America, man. It says it entails trapping the victim between two boats, feeding and covering him with milk and honey, and allowing him to fester and be devoured by vermin.
That's us.
That's us.
That's us.
We do the milk and honey.
Is the word. We hit them with the, that's crazy.
Read that again.
Hey, well, because Persia, excuse me, Xerxes, but you come out of the stock, if I'm not mistaken, Cyrus. And Cyrus was basically he got a lot of inspiration from the men of the Lord. The men of, he knew about the prophets and righteous men.
Yeah, it was a Forsax that I think started this. So I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it again. It's scapism. I'm saying that. I think I'm escapism.
It's escapism.
Scaphism.
That's a tongue. That's all.
Yeah. It says also known as the boats, and it is an alleged ancient Persian method of execution.
Okay.
The word comes from the Greek scape, if I'm saying that correctly, meaning anything scooped or hollowed out. It entails trapping the victim between two boats,
So you have them in a boat. I guess they tied the two boats, something like that.
feeding and covering him with milk and honey,
So then you milk and honey. You got them lathering his ass up with milk and honey.
Sweet honey.
Sweet milk and honey. Go ahead.
and allowing him to fester and be devoured by vermin.
Oh, so yeah, so that means he covered with so much honey, rats and roaches and rodents and stuff, and snakes. Mainly probably rats coming and biting the honey off of him. You know, licking the milk. You know, stray cats
Sucking the blood.
sucking the blood, leeches.
That's a terrible way to die, man.
That's a horrible way to die. And that sounds like a slow death. That's not something you just instant death. Because what? You gotta eat through the skin.
Yep.
You got the muscle. Because really, when that honey and that milk is actually collected together on the skin, it's gonna seep through. It's gonna seep through the
It'll soak into the
dermis,
skin.
the epidermis, the skin.
But that's gonna taste like it.
The muscular system. Your whole body is sweetened. And those different
You
bugs-
marinate it.
Yeah, you basically marinate it. A marinated death. We marinating this place, man.
I might try that.
That's why when you brought it earlier with the salt,
Yeah.
you know, I was thinking, I'm like,
Put some salt on there.
these are all ancient world ways that we're bringing a torture to this
Yeah.
place. We're just doing it in a spiritual sense.
And
And it says after a few days, maggots and worms will devour their body as they decayed alive.
Damn. It's horrible. But that's what we're doing in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, going into the worm. The Lord actually set us up as many worms and insects. And the word parasite means to eat at another's table. We're actually devouring this place. Everything that Esau used on us as a negative, we're actually channeling it and actually pushing it like the juggernaut, man. So we're actually stripping this place of its essence and actually pushing out a certain spirit to condemn it, man.
Or T'Challa's suit.
Oh, yeah,
Like
T'Challa's
that.
Yeah, Black Panther. Yeah,
And we got the Black Panthers.
We got the Black Panther suit. You know, they took all that
He took that
energy
energy and he spoiled it out.
and he shot it right back to him. Power, more powerful.
So powerful,
You are.
That was it on the definition, but yeah, we escapism in this place. Man.
yeah. I think it's still reading that.
I get that in Isaiah 14.
You want me, I was done with no. Verse 13. Swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
Right, who's breaking coming suddenly at an instant. And that's what's getting ready to happen. Man. With this whole de-dollarization around the world, it's going to come at an instant. Meaning, you work this week, you might work the first 2 weeks going into October, and then that surprise comes, and
Surprise,
ain't taking
niggas.
it no more. Hey man, this is gonna be a hard holiday season for you Americans.
That's right.
Watch it. It's gonna be a hard holiday season, along with these storms and this cold that's coming. The cold front is supposed to be coming. Even this year to Europe is supposed to be colder than last year.
And that's a spirit because, you know, if you're of a certain age, you can remember a time where during the holiday season, hey, what did your mother used to do back in the day? Go get a holiday job. You know, your mother used to go to Macy's and get a job, working nights to make some extra Christmas money and shit like that. But the news reports is coming up. It ain't no such thing as holiday jobs no more.
Your dad might got a bonus or something.
Right, ain't no more holiday work. You know, you used to be able to get an extra job during this time of the year because jobs would increase their labor force because they know, like, okay, you work at Macy's, we need more people working at Macy's because we're
Because
going
the hours
Yeah, you
gonna be
have
really
a
longer.
job.
Yeah.
Seasonal hire.
seasonal hires. That shit don't exist no more.
I ain't seen a seasonal hire. I mean,
Where they working at?
Americans losing they
Toys R Us?
Yeah.
Where they gonna go? Where is niggas going to work for
Toys
season?
R Us is closed.
Toys R Us is where they going?
shit, they can't work in Macy's. Macy's shutting down. Up there in
Macy's
New York
shut down.
too. They losing
You
stores.
get what I'm saying? These are massive stores that helped a lot of you American families get through these holiday seasons. Ain't no what's some stores that's been closing? We can name some of these
A lot of
stores.
these Walmart and
Sears, ain't no more Sears.
Sears one. Macy's is one.
Macy's,
JC Penney.
J.C. Penney, Sears. We said Sears already.
Best Buy.
Best Buy, H.H. Gregg.
Kmart's gone.
There ain't no more Kmart's.
Targets.
You see what I'm saying? And then if anything, they cutting hours.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Right.
So,
If I may, on the Chinese trade tariffs, I was watching an article. It was saying that some major company, I believe it was a car company, had already lost $1 billion in trade tariffs. So that's only a matter of time for it to trickle down.
I think that might have been
GM.
GM.
GM, yeah. Well, GM, General Motors, is an American-based company. So that breach is getting ready to fall. I guess who's going to... Now, I watched this video like 2-3 days ago. It was talking about how the terrorism is going to directly affect you Americans.
They say
I'm gonna repeat that.
to a common Chick-fil-A.
It's going to directly affect you Americans because the milk and the things and the commodities and stuff you buy like that, you know, the stuff you buy from day to day, week to week, that's going to increase. It could be a couple cents, it could be $2 or $3, $5, maybe $10. It's going to increase. And the brother mentioned about the gas. Gas is going to go up $3 to $4. It's going to happen, man. And then you got this coming November. Them heavy sanctions that Trump put on Iran earlier this summer, that's supposed to take into effect in November, okay? Which is why you're seeing a lot of these people trying to put these November elections, trying to get this Democrat to put up in office. The hell with that. Shit's already set in damn stone.
Yeah, man.
Iran is bucking against it, and guess who's right behind them? China and Russia. This de-dollarization is going to, this probably going to have to come to pass. It's going to have to come to pass. All right, can you read that again?
That's right. This is Isaiah 30:13, and it says, "Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall."
I'm talking to you black people, okay? I'm talking to you Hispanic people, you immigrants, as they call you.
Well, you see, they already
Okay.
America's done when they throwing all the Mexicans out.
Right.
That shows you on the whole, because
That's
prior
true too, yeah.
prior to, of course, Trump and the different immigration laws, they needed those Mexicans. They went there throw Mexicans out of the country.
And they liquidate. They're getting everything they don't. Okay, we don't need no more Hispanics. We already got 10 million of you. All right. We don't need any more blacks. Okay. We don't need any more. Well, so all these islanders from Jamaica and Haiti and the Virgin Islands and Central and South America coming up here, they deporting them too.
Yeah, yard down your ass might get deported.
They deporting you too. You people too. So it's just a matter of time before things affect you. That's why I said it shall be unto you as a brief rain to fall. The Israelites here, man. It's time to wake up, man. Yep. Wake up. Don't just smell the coffee, ingest that shit.
Yeah.
Okay? Black.
Don't put no cream and pumpkin flavor and all that shit.
Nah,
drink that shit black and bold. Wake
no
your ass
vanilla,
up.
no pumpkin spice. Nah, man. Drink it straight black, dark.
And because I'm pretty sure with yourself, working on construction, Jake could tell you here in Atlanta, going back to like 70s and 80s, all these construction sites in the city of Atlanta was all black men.
Yo, I'm gonna say now I got a story. The company that I work for, right? It got started like the late 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
From like the first 10 years, most of the majority of the company was all Jake.
It was all black.
It may be like, I think it's like 3 or 4 that I'm still working there, and I know all of them. It's Jake that's been there for like the past 30 years. Yeah. Of course, now they're in top position, but when they started from the bottom.
Yeah.
They did this here and there, but right? But the point is, it was all Jake. It was all black. They was making the money. Yep. They was making the money. You know what I'm saying?
And I think
it was a lucrative company, especially dealing with construction, carpentry, concrete, electrician work. All that was heavy back then.
Yep.
Okay, but you talking about 30 plus years later, the majority now is so-called immigrants, Hispanics, those that work for a little bit less. Yep. Now you gotta, man, Jake getting a job, you gotta pay them 20 plus. But with this car, if you get the $15, $16, $17, they'll do the same work and work harder for less.
But I was gonna say too, really, that's why this devil is kicking out Issachar too, because Issachar is waking up. They're waking up to that. Mm-hmm. You can't just go get them. You just can't go to Home Depot with a pickup truck and think you're gonna get 3 Mexicans and paying $20.
That's right.
they're waking up to the fact of your bullshit.
Yep.
And you know what they're doing? They're making you pay them up front, pay for their lunch.
Yep.
You know, but the guy that told me that, he was like, man, he said he left Atlanta. He came back to Atlanta in like the 90s. And he said, man, every job site he went to, it was nothing but Mexicans, man.
That's when it started in the 90s. I said before that, talking about the 80s, going into the 90s, it was mostly so-called blacks. You know? Which, hey, I'm not mad with the tribes making money. But the point is, the environment.
They don't even want
this
Instacart
world,
no more.
You know, right. You know, the environment of this world has changed. They don't want the tribes no more. You know? So, hey, it's time to wake up and smell that coffee.
Yeah, they're gonna replace you Mexicans with robots.
Right, robots. Or,
That's the next move. Is they no they no longer
That's
need
vampire.
the so-called black man or the Hispanic man or the Native American man to do this work no more.
Right, yeah.
They just gonna put robots on these jobs. They're gonna put robots in these restaurants.
A lot of machines. There be so many new machines. I'd rather learn the machine and be like, yeah, this ain't like it was 20 years ago. I got all these machines and shit. Hey, well that's
Hey, let Esau roll out some drive-free bobcats and caterpillars and shit like that.
Oh,
you niggas is stupid.
Oh well, you know they already got the drive-free. Well, you know you still got kind of well now they use remote control and they got the drones, right? We use that on the job site, but now they got it where you don't even have to like manually hack the ground. You don't have to like this stuff is becoming man-free. So they don't need you Israelites. Man.
Look at Walmart. When the last time you seen 10 hours in Walmart with cashiers in it?
Shit, it barely be got
You don't see that shit no more.
It barely be 2 hours.
You barely if you see 3, you're lucky. They might add the aisle with the tobacco. People that need to buy their cigarettes and shit like that.
The customer service
Customer
on
service.
the outside right there.
Yeah, but outside of that, man, ain't no cashiers. Go in Kroger. It might be like 2 or 3 aisles open with a regular person. And through the spirit, I can't even tell you matter of fact, I can tell you the last time was yesterday when I went to the farmer's market. But when I go in Walmart, Kroger, and shit like that, I'm gonna ring up my own shit, man.
Right.
That's the spirit of most people. Most people don't.
Self-checkout.
Self-checkout, man.
Man, self-checkout at Walmart
right.
be so full. And then what even pissing me off, Chicken be having got them full carts.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, did I come in the wrong time of the month? You got these stamps right now? I got like 3 or 4 items.
Yeah.
Big ass 3 or 4 items in it. But the old black lady in front of me got a cart full. And guess who? Then it's a family in front of her.
Uh-huh.
And them Walmart carts be big as hell.
Yeah. One 10-item list line open, so that's long as hell.
Man,
That's
ain't
long
no
as
one
hell.
to the list. Man, if it is like it's damn wrong.
That's like if you on Publix or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? But
That was it on that.
That was it on that. So let's go back to 2 Ezra 16.
Done. This is
So that
second.
destruction's coming.
That's it.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra 16 and 2. And it says, gird up yourselves with cloths of satin and hair, and bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
That's right. The destruction of these places are at hand, man. And America, which is Babylon, is going to be totally destroyed, man. Okay? You got to keep pushing that vibration out, too. Of America being totally destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, man.
That's right.
Okay? Because all these tensions. There's one thing that you don't do. That you don't mess with people's money, man. The way they eat. You know? And you need money to buy food. Even before you get the food, you need the money. Okay? Of course, you can steal or rob. Okay? But initially, you need money, man. When you're messing with not just an individual person or a family's money, but you're talking about the money which represents the economy of these different nations. Okay? You're messing with a lifestyle that, number one, they've grown accustomed to, but also a lifestyle that needs them. These rulers and leaders, they have the mind to rule. That's why they're in that position.
That's right.
So if you're messing up their jobs, it's their job too to run these countries. You know, how do you feel that, you know, here it is, you're a manager, a district manager of McDonald's, you know, and you make sure all the the trucks coming in the right store, that store, and make sure there's enough in the inventory. And then the fucking district manager Burger King comes in there and says, well, you know what, this is not going according to how we want it. Burger King is the top fast food. Just, whatever. So, that's messing with these people's livelihood. Trying to change things. So what's going to happen? It's going to be a fast food war. So it's the same thing with these countries now. It's going to be a war between these other nations to keep America out of their fucking business, man.
Right.
That's the main thing about it.
Right.
America's sticking its nose in places where it don't belong.
Right.
Okay? So that's why you got Iran fighting so hard for nuclear power and capability, just as well as Russia or North Korea or America has.
It's the ultimate get back weapon.
Because they wouldn't be able to protect themselves too. And who's the main people they want to protect themselves? The ones that's fucking with them. And who's messing with Iran right now? Israel. These Israeli, these false Jews. Okay? These kites. They're the ones messing with Iran. Okay? That's why they're always going back and forth. So they're saying, well, look, Russia, I need some S-300, S-400 missiles. Because if these motherfuckers come in my backyard one more time and steal my goddamn grapes. You know what I'm saying?
It's real.
Like if you got a farm, you got this pest that keep coming in your damn land.
Like the niggas coming in and messing with your
farmer
cows.
do? The farmer get a shotgun, so when he catch him, he can shoot his ass.
Right.
That's what Iran doing. Iran said, I want this firepower, so when it comes time for me to have to deal with this damn thief and this oppressor, I can actually take it to him. But then you got these nations like Israel, mainly Israel, painting the narrative that Iran's a threat. Iran isn't a threat until you mess with Iran. It's like anybody else. These people aren't a threat until you do something against them.
That's how you know Esau, these so-called white people are
pest, man.
they're queendom, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's some woman shit. Women start shit, pester, they poke at you.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see these nigga women on World Star hip hop, and they be poking at the man, just poking with him, picking on him, and then as soon as he haul off and slap the shit out of her, she laying on the floor like, yo, hit me!
What you thought was going to happen?
What the fuck you thought was gonna happen? That's Esau. Esau is poking, he's sticking his stick in every country around the world. But then when one of these countries decide to shoot something off over here, we can't believe you did this.
Like, nigga, you was messing with me. You know, you little kid, you keep messing. What your parents say? Well, fight them back. Next time he mess with you, fight them back. So guess what Russia gonna tell these countries to start doing? They're giving them the missile defense system for what? So when the time comes, stop coming to me. Fight them back.
Yeah, do it.
Do it. And that's what's gonna happen. And there's gonna be this full-scale war.
That's why the scriptures say, as thou become as weak as we.
Mm-hmm.
Because America's weak, man. All right, America's spread out. America's exposed. All right, America's seen as the bully.
Yep. America's a damn bully.
America is a bully, and these countries, they're waking up to it. All right, and that's why it's like we're saying, like the brothers going into. America is going to be destroyed, man, because you stick your nose in places that you ain't had no business. Like imagine, it's a drug dealer, and he committing a massive drug deal or a crime around the corner and shit, and you so happen to just walk by.
Right.
You saw some shit you weren't supposed to see. Now you got to be on the run, or they're gonna kill your ass. That's Esau. Esau is, and we're only speaking on the things that we know from the news.
Yeah, right. That's just like we're just narrowing it down so you can get relate to it as it's happening right now.
Right.
Last days. There's more stuff in history we can bring out too. Stuff we know and then the stuff that we don't know.
Things that's
but
happening
this is
behind the
relevant
scenes.
according to the scripture that we're bringing out, according to prophecy.
That's right.
You keep going.
Come, verse 3. A sword is sent upon you.
So what's going to happen? A sword is going to be sent. Okay, go ahead.
Come. And who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
That's right. So we got fire, you got war, you got the sword sent unto these countries and these nations, which is mainly based over there in the Middle East. And who's going to stop that from happening? Is it going to be some some summit meeting between Trump and the leader of Iran? No. Matter of fact, when they had the UN meeting last week, Iran said, we don't want to meet with damn Trump. And Trump had to come back on Twitter and act like, well, you know, we're not going to have it now. Nah, nigga, he didn't want to meet with you.
He didn't want to see you.
He didn't want to see you, bro. Your presence was not welcome.
Oh, they got Trump a nickname. They call him a bull in the China shop.
Yeah. There's plenty of political cartoons showing that Trump is a bull in the China shop. You know, everywhere he goes, he wrecks. There, everything is all delicately being laid out. Other countries are laying the groundwork for the expansion of their own economies. And here comes America via Trump coming in there, fucking, you know, looking at the, you know, the display of the glasses, turning around, you know what I'm saying? He walks over there to the fine china plates, whips his tail around, you know, the bull, you know, break that shit.
With no
you know,
apology, no
with
nothing.
No apology, no nothing.
Breaking
You
mode.
know, it's
And thinking you in the right.
I got something for you.
fucking
real quick.
Wreck-It Ralph, man.
Yeah, right, Wreck-It Ralph, right. This is First Thessalonians 5:3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
That's right, because going into like they're having the meetings, man. They want to say, oh, well, you know, it's nice. You know, we're having this meeting here because Trump had met with the leader of North Korea earlier this summer, like around May or June. I think they had it in June. They haven't talked in May. And they had it in June finally. And, you know, everything, because that was when they was talking about how North Korea was supposed to denuclearize themselves. And they damn sure didn't.
Hell no.
They're not
Goddamn
denuclearizing
idiot,
shit.
they did.
Yeah.
Right, it'd be foolish if they did, but that was, you know, because right now everything is basically superficial. Even these talks and meetings are so superficial now. They go on these meetings and they smile and shake hands and smile for the camera and they take these Associated Press pictures that you see in these articles. Everything looks to be all fine and dandy, okay? But in reality, even though they are part of the brotherhood of the goddamn Masonic lodges that Esau's in control of, all right? It's just like even if you're on the same football team, it's still the star quarterback and the second string. You know? So right now you got tension between America right now, which is a star, and tension between these other players, world players that are coming up, just trying to get some kind of spotlight. And Trump, being Trump, America won't let them. That's why you see Europe move away like, yeah, bro, we've been holding your back, holding your back all these years, these centuries, and you fucking, nah, man. So they moving towards the east.
Yeah, all these different countries, they're getting tired of America because every time America actually refers to them, they look at them like a burdensome country too.
Yep.
Really,
Trump says that.
yep. He speaks very ill about NATO. He speaks ill about and boldly about the EU, the presidents and the political leaders, the prime ministers and whatnot. He speaks about them like they just ain't shit niggas on the streets.
Yeah, blatant disrespect.
Blatant disrespect, and they only gonna take so much. Like these countries is busting their ass to keep I'm talking about from their perspective. They busting their ass to keep their countries afloat through resources and things of that nature. And America is really just pushing out negativity towards their direction, plus ideologies, plus all kind of disinformation, filthiness.
Fraud.
Oh, it was years ago where they said that America was spying on all these different countries.
Yeah,
You think
Germany.
these countries forgot that shit?
Yeah, that's Germany. When
Well,
Germany came over here and visited,
yeah,
they
and
gave them
commercial-
gifts, and the gifts were turned out to be
They had a lot of them. I think actually had like RFID trackers in it. You know, which is why they amped up their security on that level. You know, now it's during the Obama administration. Now I know you got that song, but real quick, no, go ahead.
All right, good. This is Psalms 2:1, and it says, "Why do the heathens rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers shall take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us."
Well, now that scripture goes hand in hand with Psalm 83. Okay, because the heathens, they get together and, you know, when they do these these meetings for the most part, like I said, they are part of that brotherhood. You said about the elite. So really it's about how are the heathen going to stay in power? How are they all going to stay in power amongst their respective nations, but keep us down? You know? You know, but how are they going to keep us down? But now it's getting to a point to where, okay, they're having problems amongst themselves. You know, because Russia sees a way out and a way up. China sees a way out and a way up. You know, Korea sees this whole thing with the nuclear capability as a way out and a way up. Away from who? America. Because America has become a fucking a tyrant, man. And a damn nuisance.
Which that's Bible prophecy. It said that they're going to, which I had a precept on, they're going to despise and hate the whore.
Yep.
The same nation that stood and towered above them all. Oh, Isaiah 14. Shall thou say that you have become as weak as weak?
Yep.
That's why Iran's like the hell with denuclearizing. We got these nukes and we'll let these shits off at any moment you step in here. Man.
And my partners got them too.
And my niggas got them.
And my niggas got them. So
Yeah,
now
and we're
what?
talking that F shit.
Say, I got hitters. I got hitters on my side.
I got goons. You got something? I got something else real quick too, if you don't mind. This is Psalm 60, Psalm 64 and 8. And it says, so shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
Right, because they're all being exposed and they're all exposing each other. You know, a lot of things that we bring out wouldn't be known to the majority of the public because these other nations didn't bring it out. You know, there's a lot of things that Russia spoke about how the false flag, because it was for a time, we was pushing, everything's false flag. All you people in America was talking about it's a conspiracy theory. But here it is, Russia comes out and says that the chemical attack
Syria.
Syria, another place was a false flag. Now the news got to talk about false flag. Now you got to talk about fake news in the media because for so many years, fake news in the media was a conspiracy theory.
Right.
Okay. But even these other Israelite groups say that GMS is a conspiracy group, not group. But the mainstream media is using that because it's the truth, really. You know?
Yeah, they had Operation, if I'm not mistaken, either Mockingbird or Operation Paperclip.
Mockingbird.
It was Mockingbird, where they was basically going into how they're going to push out distraction, immense amount of distraction through the newspaper, through the media, through any outlet of information. They're gonna water it down drastically, and they're gonna rearrange the narrative. One of the main things even back then was the war of Vietnam. They didn't tell you the truth about that war.
Yeah.
They didn't tell you the Americans was getting their asses handed to them by the Vietnamese.
The Viet Cong.
Yeah, Viet Cong. That's why even in America, you don't see those pics of what's going on really overseas, man. Seeing what's actually really going down. They always pushing the narrative that they're actually winning and prospering and gaining, but at the same time they're losing, man. They're overexpanding. They're stretching their military too thin. They got certain countries that actually are leveraging themselves and coming up with economic treaties to actually transition and deviate from America. They're discarding a lot of things from America. That's why before the physical war, everybody wants to see the physical war, these nations fighting one another. Prior to an actual armed battle, you got proxy wars, you got resource wars.
You got diplomats, ambassadors going before things even pop off.
That's why I said that in Matthew 24, going back to wars and rumors of wars. Because these things have to play out just before, like boxing, before a bout actually takes place. It's usually, especially a heavyweight bout or a top. The Mayweather fight, you got promotions.
It's maybe 6 months, man.
Yeah.
6 months of
6 months to a year.
Sponsors.
Talks.
Yeah.
Preparation.
A lot of preparation.
Shit, look at like Super Bowl weekend. You know, they'll play the what is that? What's the game before it?
Before the Pro Bowl?
Not the Pro Bowl. The last 4 teams. What's that called?
Oh, the NFC championship.
NFC and the AFC championship. That'll happen, and it'll be like another 3 weeks after that.
Right.
They do a bunch of promo runs. They do a bunch of
press conferences.
They build up a storyline like, oh, this guy here, the star quarterback. You know, his mother was on crack.
ESPN puts all kind of little quick 30-minute documentaries on. Little interviews
To hype it up.
Yep, hype it up.
Most I've been hyping up this battle of the nations, Battle of Armageddon, yeah, which is a war.
Which is a war, by the way.
All right,
In the Middle East.
If anybody's about hype, the Most High is about hype. That's why they say the Lord is a man of war.
Yeah.
The Lord loves to promote war. He's a warrior. He puts
really we're warrior tribes in essence too. This is a form of warfare, you know? And it's gonna actually become global warfare. And that's why even in the midst of the battle, the Lord is gonna actually, He's gonna give us the tools to fight. Isaiah 33:6, it tells you that also in
Isaiah 51.
Isaiah 51, where he said, you're gonna be a sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. So in the midst of the battle, we don't have to worry. We're gonna be defended through the cloud of Yahweh Shem Shah. We're gonna be protected, and we're gonna have Jeremiah 16:16. We're gonna have the weapons to fight, not these carnal weapons, spiritual power that descends from on high. You know, what you go ahead.
I got a word since we were talking about, because what we're doing is I'm gonna get the definition of it. Give me 1 second, type it in. All right, because that war, what we're doing, the Most High has us as promoters slash. We're propagandists.
Antagonist.
You know, and that word propaganda is defined as information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view.
And well, it is biased. It's not misleading, but it's biased because we're for the nation of Israel. So everything that we're going to promote is going to be to push Kwame Asharala. We're going to promote the story of the Lord.
Yeah, because we're a government.
You know,
We're a mountain. We're
political government, so to speak. You know.
That's why we're enemy of the state, because we're like the guy on V for Vendetta. You know, we're going around and we're spiritually spraying V's everywhere. We're rallying up the people to see our bias, to show you that this so-called white man, he's the devil. This place is your prison house. We're waking the people up to it. That's why this devil got to come against us, because we're bringing strong propaganda against him. That's an act of war. That's why you Jakes, when you listening, you people that are you men that call yourselves teachers and stuff like that, you got to really understand what you in, man. We're not just set up to put on funny garments and come out here and just curse out people
And talk about black people.
and talk about black people and gentrification and shit like that, man. And pork. Don't eat pork.
According to them, we're committing treason.
We are.
Yeah, we are.
And we are.
We're rebelling against the government.
Yep.
You know, that's why it tells you in Revelation the 7th chapter about the four winds, because we're really a news channel. The word news, the acronym is Northeast, South, and West. It's another one is like news. I forget, one is like entertainment, sports. I forget what the W stands for in the end. But we basically represent that too. We're pushing this propaganda, which the word propaganda in the Latin is propagare, which means to spread out. We're spreading this word out through the heavens.
It's our notable events, weather, and sports.
Yeah, notable events. Weather and sports. This is a sport too.
They promote weather. We definitely promote notable. And
Beautiful.
the notable events is a prophecy.
Damn.
Okay.
And we just a channel. We a 24-hour channel that set up to blast this white devil, man.
Right.
24 hours.
Broadcasting. To broadcast
Broadcasting live.
is to cast abroad.
Live.
Jeremiah 16:16. And that's how we fish through the net. You need a net to catch people, right?
Isaiah 56:1, I think, or 54:1. Who has believed our report? Hey, because we report to the world. We report to the world the gospel of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. What's the gospel known as? The good news. We spreading the news, baby. And these people on this sign, they left to this sign, are going to be delivered, man. The good news, you know.
You don't think Esau? You think you could just talk shit about him in his country?
Right.
He gonna want some get back on you?
Right.
Hey, I'm expecting it. You should want it.
Hey.
Scripture tell us in Isaiah 58. Was it Isaiah 58? Cry aloud, spare none.
Isaiah 58. Yeah.
Isaiah, also in Isaiah 13, shake it so that they take you to the gates of the nobles.
Lift up the banner.
Lift up the banner. Yep. Know what you signed up for, man.
Because we have a flag. Another thing like a banner is a flag. This is truly our flag right here.
It is.
You know, our nation, because a nation has to have a flag to represent, and we're bringing the nation back.
Yeah, inside, which is Yahweh Shai.
I got a precept. Oh, you asked. Quote it. Isaiah 53:1. Who hath believed our report, And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed?
That's right. We have to read our report. Who's really believing in these words and this news that we spread? And to whom is the arm, the power of the Lord revealed? Okay? Well, when you go into Amos, the 3rd chapter, it says that he's revealed the secrets unto the servants of prophets. Okay? You know, the ones that you believe, okay, are the elect of the nation of Israel. You know? So we're the ones that the Lord is forbidden to keep on in that text.
Oh, go ahead. Back to Isaiah 53, verse 2. For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He have no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him.
Right. Now that's going into Yahweh Shai. You know, which is why Yahweh Shai was sent in the first place. He was sent to gather the believers back to the Heavenly Father, man. Okay? You know? And the time is here, man. The time is here. The time for the manifestation of these prophecies, of this word. Okay? The fact that America's coming to an end, that the dollar is about to be done away with, that these regular 9-to-5 lifestyles is about to be interrupted. Okay? That's happening right now as we speak, man. Okay?
Family on the word.
Right, family on the word. The fact that Esau wants to, because he's declared war on those that identify themselves against this government. He calls black identity extremists, which is the Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
Okay? That recognize that we do recognize our identity though.
I hate black people, so I allow black identity extreme. I hate black people.
Right.
Hey, let it be known. You know,
So-
I can't stand.
So what you gonna say about that, Esau?
Right.
You trying to categorize us as black identity extremists when we fucking hate black people?
You don't like black
We
people
don't like black people.
or black people that speak Spanish.
Man, see, like we're spiritual oxymorons. They don't know how to combat an icy hot.
Right.
Like, what the fuck do I do with an icy hot?
Right.
You can't put water on it. You can't. What the fuck do I do?
Can't heat it up.
Well, we hate niggas too.
Right.
So that's why we're gonna have to be falsely accused.
Yeah. We're gonna have
Because
to.
we're spiritually oxymorons.
Well, we're starting now. We are being falsely accused and identified as black extremists. Okay? All right? The way of the Lord is extreme. Okay?
Fresh but spoiled.
But we're not black. We're not in darkness. We're in the light. Okay? All right? And it's through the spirit and power of the Lord that we're going to get through the extreme measures that Esau's going to have to place upon us. You know?
Yeah, this is Zephaniah 3 and verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day.
Well, so, but the reason why we
Y'all trying to put me on camera?
Yeah.
I asked him first. He told me to ask you. He don't know.
I mean, it's fine, but there's a camera right there. But the reason why we're standing here and standing there is because you go into the Bible. You know the Bible, right? The Bible always talks about the prophets being on the different corners. Okay, so you got prophets here, you got prophets here.
So it's symbolic.
Anyway, yeah, it's symbolic.
If me and you was going out, like let's say we have a family, and we work at a farm and we picking strawberries.
Okay.
We could probably pick way more if we spread out, right? When you watch the Scooby-Doo and they were looking for mysteries and,
Right.
and stuff, right? They were like, let's split up.
Right, but y'all got different ideologies.
No, those are brothers down there.
Those
We
are
know that.
brothers.
Yeah, we know that. One body.
But let's say there's only people there, they won't be able to hear us.
Right.
All right, so you got people here that won't be able to hear them.
Okay.
So you'll be able to hear more of the gospel. If you got different, that's the same thing with different churches. You have a church on almost every corner. So you can ask him and say, why doesn't the pastor of this church in Ebenezer, why doesn't he get with this church here at Bethel, AME?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's so the gospel can get out.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. Thank you for answering my question.
No problem.
This is Zephaniah 3 and verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdom.
Read that over real fast.
God. This is Zephaniah 3 and verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I might assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation.
And if I could say, and let's just say those aren't our brothers down. And our answer would have been, yeah, we don't like them niggas.
Why? That's what I said. That's the only question you had. Nigga, walk on.
Just button of business. You don't want to know nothing about just a smacking away.
Don't smack. Hey,
Right.
Almost gave this with an Eskimo kiss.
Right, she right up in his shit.
Kiss. If she was talking right then, that would have been French kiss.
That's basically that's your wife.
I know, right? That's yours.
She got right up on his ass.
Right up on it.
That was funny, man.
Like it's just that you just think about. That's why the scriptures say avoid foolish questions. This is like, so let's just say we don't like it. Yeah, fuck it.
I thought she
bring peace.
I thought she was going somewhere with it. That's all you wanted to know.
That was the only reason why. Okay, well, she just knows. Okay, well, fine.
That's just a quintessential black.
Whatever, man.
You see a group of men, you just walk up like that and just.
A group of men in garment. That's your question. Why y'all ain't with them?
Hey, man, it's good to say that we're skeptical of children.
Yeah, what's
There's only
question. You be like, man, where did that come from?
If it went anywhere, like if it would have went anywhere else, we would have had to just be like, okay, little girl.
Cross the street.
You know,
She crossed the street.
You see how she walked his head? Damn.
Come here to debate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, you just shut it down. And you just say,
Is this the devil and she shot for you?
A soft answer turned away. Right?
Man, what the hell was that?
Soft answers.
The soft answers, man. That's all the soft answers.
Reread it.
I mean, I can break it down, basically, because, the Lord is going to gather all these nations together. And that's, the purpose of them coming, into the Middle East, to fight this war. It's not for us to get no army. Like, shit, if anything, Nate doing all that marching, nigga go to the Middle East and fight for Israel.
Yeah, go to war, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga, go to war. What you doing all that? They're promoting that we're a strong, organized
800
nation.
strong.
800, 1,000 strong.
Take Priest Daniela with you too.
Please.
Put him on the.
Please take Daniela with you.
Because he thought that shit was he was amazed.
He was amazed. He was like, he dropped some tears on me. No. But yeah, the Lord said he's going to purpose. He purposed to gather the nations together. So it's our job to wait upon the Lord. But our job in the meantime is to tell you about it, man. Okay? Is to tell you about it. To tell you about what's going on. To tell you about what the Lord has in store for the world. Okay? And the Lord told Jeremiah, he said, he ordained us as prophets unto the nations, and not just Israel, but it's all the nations. So it's our job to bless and condemn, and mainly condemn.
And I'm gonna continue. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
All the earth shall be devoured with the fire of the Lord's jealousy. Because you're talking about 200 million missiles are going to destroy America. That's facts. Okay? 200 million missiles are going to destroy America. But that doesn't account for all the other millions of missiles that's going to be shot around the world from America and the other places. Okay? It's all strategy. So the whole planet Earth is going to be filled with the fire of the Lord's jealousy. Okay?
And just like the individual Reagan has said, that if so-called intergalactic force may come out of the heavens, let everybody that actually is fighting together actually settle their differences. to come against that power. And that's where the Esdras comes into play. Where all these different military men in the Revelation, the 12th chapter, the angels on the left-hand side is going to fight the angels on the right-hand side, which we represent those angels that's going to go to battle too. What's the left-hand side angels? We saw through his technology, his drones, his aerial technology. You know, his so-called cyborg men, because that's a big thing too. Robots. He got all these things vaulted and kept away. Yeah, these Android fucking 17 and shit. Super cyborg men, so to speak. With exoskeletons and things of that nature. And it's gonna be the men of the Lord with spiritual power. And all these different movies, you'll watch these movies like the Avengers and all these different epic battles. Man, that's coming exclusively out the Bible.
Hey, well, you know, Isaiah 34, the 4th chapter, it says all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. So that goes into Esau's army, his F-16 flying in the air.
Everything part of his rulership. Everything a part of the so-called white man's rulership is going to be dissolved. Quite literally, by the way.
Literally.
Literally. Okay. Not by no goddamn volcano. A volcano can destroy. A volcano can't melt the whole helicopter down. It's hot. It'll break it down. But it's going to take some heat and some lava. All it takes for a nuclear missile is to fucking heat, you know, burn through the heat, man.
1 hour.
You know, in 1 hour.
I got something for you real quick.
This
is Micah 5:10. And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots.
That's the MRAPs, them big boy tanks, drones. That's why, what's it called? Oh, yeah, this brother, he knows that. A to Z, every vehicle, man. But they're going to be out here too. And Esau, like you said, Esau, all his military budget, he's going to spend, man. And he's going to actually recruit.
That shit.
He gonna recruit a lot of niggas and to bring them to the battle, man.
Spend the check and get it right back.
Yeah, but this gonna be the check he ain't gonna get back. He gonna exhaust all his substance.
Spend that check and watch it bounce back.
And you gonna see all these different nations. These nations gonna actually participate in this war, and they're gonna actually shoot their missiles. They're gonna actually put their all their technology into play, put their military into play. And Russia has a large military. China. You know, China has a very large, possibly the biggest military in the world.
And they say they got 1 million men ready.
1 million men ready to die. You know, they was known for that kamikaze, man. Well, that was Japan. You know, which shit, they gonna be in the war too.
Yeah, Japan gonna be a part of it. Everybody's gonna be a part of it.
Cause these countrymen, these Chinese people, a lot of them don't even want to. They don't fuck with America. They wouldn't dare move to America. These Vietnam and these people that's living here now, those ain't never sellouts.
Yeah, all these people that live here, these other nations are sellouts.
They just always been here through generations. They ain't never went back.
But them true diehard Chinese and the true diehard Japanese and Vietnamese, they're over there in that country waiting for war. That's why you have before war you have what's it called? Where you show off your
It's a parade. It's called a parade.
Yeah, the war parades, and they flex hard too, man.
And that's what Nate was trying to do with his 800 men.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it's like Google or YouTube a parade for Russia's parade.
Yeah.
They got all they shut the whole country down. They got missiles in the background and shit.
Everybody's invited to come see. They got events out there and shit.
But I bet of them 800 men in his camp, if you ask them to go run a mile underneath 5 minutes, damn near all of them will fail.
Fat niggas with dreads and hip. Niggas laying them back, running all niggas, y'all niggas ain't fit, man. Okay?
Fit for the battle.
We're not fit for the battle. And you teach men, hey, let's get this so you have not gone you up into the gaps. Okay?
Was that what you was reading?
That was Micah 5 and 10.
Okay, I got it. Quick, you done with that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is Jeremiah 51, and I'll start at 21. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider.
Yep, and the Lord's going to give his men spiritual power to take this place down, man. Literally, we're going to take this place. You know, rip buildings out the ground, take trees and spirit through goddamn the whole fleet of MRAPs. You know,
Scripture say the saints shall take the kingdom.
That's right. We're gonna take the kingdom, but first we're gonna go to war
And
and
it's
destroy this one.
It's not talking about this kingdom either. It's talking about the last kingdom, which is starting off with Yahweh Shah.
The next kingdom.
Because that we still living in the fourth kingdom, that deadly wound that's being healed. That actually healed itself and resurged itself through America. You know, that's why when the EU first started, it was known as the Treaty of Rome. And they reestablished themselves, but this kingdom still has to fall. That millstone has to break down the head, chest, the legs, the thighs, and the 10 toes, man. That's a lot of destruction. And it's going to mainly come through Yahweh Shah and the men you see before you, man. Because a millstone is heavy, man. It's known as a grinding and a crushing instrument. You know, it's known to destroy and batter and grind into pieces. And the Lord is going to really, see, first off, we're doing it spiritually. The Lord is going to actually soup us up to do it physically.
You're going to turn us into hunters. Right now, we're fishing.
That's that. Obadiah 1:18 says, Jacob the fire and Joseph the flame. That should be kindled in Esau.
So the house of Esau is stubble.
So we're going to actually implode within Esau's system.
Yeah, we're going to
Like
implode. We're going to implode like Goku Cow King.
We be a bunch of one punch men.
144,000 Jasons and Freddy Coopers, man. Like you're on Elm Street.
All that. We all going to be all of that.
All of it. 144,000.
Hey, excuse me. It tells you in Wisdom of Solomon the apparitions and all kind of demons. This thing gonna be a horror film out here.
Oh man, shoot, cause hey man, y'all thought, hey, you know, come out with that movie Halloween. You know, again, another Halloween movie, man. We're gonna be scared of Michael Myers tormenting
Silent
the
killer.
wicked, tormenting the wicked.
And like we always go into too, it's gonna be a lot of these psychopaths that's gonna be out here too.
Yeah.
That Texas Chainsaw,
Yep.
Leatherface
Michael Myers
spirit.
spirit. Yep.
That spirit ain't went nowhere. It's just underground. But when this thing breaks down, you're gonna see these fucking psychopaths that ain't got their medication. They're gonna have to relieve their stress one way or another. And the best way to relieve stress is through killing.
It's gonna be like
Killing is a stress reliever.
Yep, it is.
Killing actually gets the blood boiling and actually relieves tension.
That's why those psychopaths, they get off on it. They get off on killing. You know, like what was the one? Ted Bundy. You know, he was sexually getting off by killing people.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
You know, these asylums or whatever you call them, these crazy insane asylums. What you think gonna happen? We always talk about it here at camp about the fact that the animals gonna be released at the zoo.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What you think gonna happen? These people in jails is gonna be released.
Yep.
And these crazies is gonna be released.
Bill Cosby
Your goddamn crazy uncle that you had in the crazy house for the last 30 years, his ass gonna get out.
That's who Michael Myers was in the movie.
Michael Myers was.
I think the chick, you know, she originally had a family and a daughter, and that was and Michael Myers was the uncle who told the story. You know, hey man, hey, that Halloween is a whole lore, background to that. But nonetheless, that's what's going to happen. These spirits are going to be released, man. Okay? The Lord is going to take down Babylon in the most creative way possible. You know?
This is the last time. Like that's how heavy the time we in. This is the last time. We not going through none of this shit. We just going to enjoy the kingdom of heaven forever.
Yes,
so this is the last. The scriptures speak about this is death's last hurrah. This is so death. You know, death is up in the spiritual world. He gonna pull out his favorite tricks.
He been plotting for hundreds of years. He
been plotting since so Lord, you got to this date until around about this time when I'm not gonna be able to do it no more. All right, say no more. He got something. Death got the spiritual demon or the spiritual. I say the spiritual angel of death. Got all kind of like, man, I'm gonna pull this out on a Rothschild or somebody. Got that.
Yeah, well look, these spiritual demons, these angels, they don't know the time. Only the Heavenly Father knows the time. So when they get busy, they know it's the last time. So shoot, man, they just gonna get busy. So they're gonna go all out knowing they don't know the time.
All deep.
Hey, I was gonna say, like,
all the stops, baby.
Hey, that death has a spirit on it, man. I ain't got shit to lose, man. I'm bringing everything out.
Yeah.
Because like,
Death can't die.
I was talking to the brother just on the side. you go into the Wisdom of Solomon 14, it says newly created beasts.
Oh yeah.
So new things gonna pop off.
That's gonna come out here like a new N1 mixtape, man. All kind of crazy tricks and moves.
Didn't even think you could do that with the ball.
Like, God damn, I didn't think a person could die like that.
The professor is back. No, he got somebody else.
And above a lot of those things too, the
I
Bible.
really agree with that.
All right.
Hey, see,
Because he saw no.
he saw no, man.
He saw no. She's an Edomite. She knows.
I agree.
You know?
Hey, but you know what? Everybody really agrees with this side.
Right,
But
everybody.
some people try to avoid it, but it's the truth.
They're in denial.
This is what's vaulted in a lot of these fucking major countries, and they getting ready to get shot off, man.
They probably watch American Horror Story,
Yeah,
Apocalypse.
it's
gonna happen. They saw it.
Somebody just got done what?
I saw on television.
The group chat reported on TV. It was about like the apocalypse and all that. They was actually talking about if an alien invasion happened, they were gonna try to like destroy them and all that. They have different tanks and advanced technology. That shit ain't gonna work, man.
Say Independence Day, man.
But that's America. But you know what? The destruction of America is its own horror story.
Yeah, it is.
The destruction of America, the ultimate America. What season is season 7?
Horror story.
This might be the last season, baby.
Season 7.
American Horror Story, the ultimate horror story for America is the nuclear destruction.
It's gonna manifest physically.
And that's crazy. Yeah, you're right.
In real life.
This isn't American horror. This Bible is prophesied the horrific ending of America.
Yeah, it's a book of thriller, suspense,
Gore.
gore.
I was telling my rib that I was like, man, this Bible, the Bible is really, it's really 80% X-rated. You know, it's X-rated, NC-17, a lot of R, very little PG, very little.
Very little.
Like, you know, when you think about the scriptures, you can't really, you know, like people try to childrenize the Bible.
Right.
You can't.
Man's book.
This is a man's book.
Man's.
This ain't even just a man's book.
Man, yeah.
Like I always think about it, I'm like, whenever I think about that subject matter, I think about the fact that Abraham allowed Sarah
I was thinking about that the other day.
to beat the shit out of Hagar that was pregnant.
Yep.
He knew she was pregnant, and she knew she was pregnant. And they were beating her ass. And he allowed her to beat her ass. That wasn't no like,
Right.
Even going to
It wasn't a sharp rebuke either.
when he was fighting the kings, it said he slaughtered.
He slaughtered, yeah.
That's not just no slaughtered is cutting limbs off, cutting heads off.
blood everywhere.
Samuel with Agag, chopped him in pieces.
Shoot, even in the war between Israel and Benjamin, when the concubine, a woman, by the way, was chopped up. You know,
Spread out through Israel, right?
spread out through all the coast of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Don't read Second Maccabees 7.
Oh yeah, you don't want to get.
Oh yeah, Second Maccabees.
Oh yeah, that's gruesome. Yeah.
I got a precept though.
Crucifying of our Lord.
Yeah, that was the worst on the hour shot.
That was the worst one. Yeah. Very detailed.
You had to spend what, 6 hours on the cross?
Thorns
That's
being
torture. That's some jigsaw.
pierced in the side.
That's jigsaw.
Damn.
The Howard Shaw's crucifix, it was like jigsaw. Putting nails in his hands and his feet, pumping them up.
Thorns. Crown of thorns.
Breaking his limbs are out of joint. You know, then they come and try to break his legs
They stabbed him.
for hours. Yeah, they stabbed him and pierced
Gave
him
him
in the
this to
side.
drink. Gall.
They gall to drink.
Marking
Mocked him.
Mocked him.
They said they buffeted him, which is slapping.
Yep.
And they was like you said.
Punched him.
It was.
Yeah. It was a.
Nah, it was. Yeah,
They
they was.
was swinging.
They
Man.
was running this. You know,
Telling people to come, hey, come get some. You know how Jake did.
falsely accused.
So they put the crown of the crown of thorns and rip. That's why to this day, brothers, go back and watch the Passion of the Christ. Yeah. I was gonna buy it on DVD again, man, because that movie, you know, that movie shows you.
Yeah.
Not just the movie, but it shows you the crucifixion of Yahweh Shai. That was like close to the scriptures.
Yeah.
That movie there. It wasn't on no Jesus the Son of God Bible movie, PG-13, or coming on TV, Christmas special.
Yeah.
Nah, that
I remember.
deserved to be in theaters. And
I saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
They didn't even have previews. Like, you know, typically you go see a movie and it had different previews coming out soon. You just sat down and it just came on, man. So it had a real solid
spirit.
There's been articles like people in there faint.
Yeah.
Faint in there because of how like gruesome it is.
You had the South Park episode where Stan he wanted to go watch The Passion of the Christ, and I don't think he wanted to watch it, but he ended up watching that, man. It bugged him out. I think he ended up turning into a Christian or something in the episode. That was years ago when The Passion ad first came out. What was it? When The Passion came out, like 04.
Yeah.
But you hear the screaming and all the
dude bugged out.
The tongue, yeah, he was bugged out. He threw up in the theater.
You
It
know,
was graphic.
Cartman hated the Jews. He really hated the Jews after that.
Yeah, he was like, God damn it. It's a Cal the Jew. Cal the Jew.
Yeah, Cal was the Jew.
Go ahead.
All right, this 2 Ezra 15:10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Right. So, hey, our people are being led to the slaughter by the government of Esau, man. Okay, I should say the government, but it's all over the world. Everywhere Esau has influence, our people, Israel, is at the bottom being led to their own destruction.
Yep.
You know?
Continuing on. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
And the plagues is coming, man. The plagues is coming to America. The destruction of America is coming. The United States and all its glory, and you see it, it's not really even glorious anymore. This place is so whacked out, drugged up and whacked out. You know?
It's depressing, man. It's dry.
It's depressing, yeah, man. It's like, man, you know, for brothers that get to take a trip out of the country, man, you get to see the contrast and come back. You should have you should have a good understanding of why this place has to go. This place has to go, man.
It's empty, man. This shit is empty, man.
It needs to burn.
It needs to
As long
burn.
as the pot of
Redan Road needs to burn, man.
Redan,
Candler needs to go.
Yeah, it ain't just a street or two. This cities, man. States.
Right?
Neighborhoods.
Joseph E. Boone has to go. These are some of the driest spots in the city, man. You go to these areas, you just feel dehydrated.
Yeah. Take the energy out of you.
All these places, this place has to go. Why? Because it promotes devilish and abominable perverse acts.
Pond Street, Cortland. These roads.
MLK, Vine City, the Bluff.
MLK.
Yeah, every MLK.
Any MLK.
Any MLK.
All MLKs.
All MLKs gotta go. You got an MLK Avenue, an MLK Boulevard, whatever. If they got MLK in it, they gotta go.
Peachtree Street.
Yeah.
Little rainbow crosswalk.
Oh yeah. Piedmont and 10th Street.
Yeah.
Fucking fagged out zone. It's gotta go. You know?
If I may say, because we're speaking on the topic of going out of another, out of this country to another one, I know a certain individual who's always in and out the country. And that person always says, whenever I leave the country, there's like a pressure or a weight that's lifted off of me. And when it's my time to come back to America, I always get like kind of bummed out.
Spirit.
Yeah, I talked to somebody, and I talked to somebody actually yesterday. He had went to Europe for a month. He was like, man, the living is different. He went to France, he went to Netherlands. He was like, man, I did not want to come back. He said, I had to come back. But he was like, man, this shit is really like a nightmare. And every time I talk to somebody, they always speak the same thing, man. It's beautiful, it's lovely, it's a ton of fun, so to speak, in those other countries. It's really living. When you come here, it's just a piece of shit country, man. You can hardly breathe here.
Over there is much more natural. You know, go to Switzerland. It's green. Come here, it's ass.
Literally.
Like that. It's just ass. Me and this brother was walking back from the restaurant.
Smell like shit.
We passed a restaurant at that.
Right.
It smelled like straight ass.
A so-called nice restaurant.
I know, we were supposed to smell like some steak cooking or something. It smelled like ass, bro.
Yeah.
America is ass.
Probably coming from the burgers.
America is ass.
Fucking ass burgers.
Ass burgers. It probably is damn ass. Cat ass, dog ass. Shit.
I remember my rib had met this chick
So
from
don't wash their ass.
this chick from New Zealand, and she had just moved here, and she was blown away by like all the things that's necessary that's here, like car insurance, car reg. You know, other countries they don't got to deal with that shit.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't got to deal with registering your car and car insurance because they have a certain level of respect for each other. So if a car accident happens between me and this person, we don't know each other. We have enough integrity with each other to say, all right, you know what? I hit you. Sorry, I'll pay for the damages.
Right.
In America, a nigga would be all the way wrong and trying to figure a way out of not paying.
Right.
So the pressures of stuff, and she was like, literally, she's like, man, I got one more interview. She told my rib, she's like, I got one more interview, and I hope I don't get it. That's what she said. She said she hopes she don't get it, and I'm pretty sure she's back in New Zealand.
Right.
Shit, if we had, nah, I ain't gonna say that.
If she got it, just go back.
I was gonna say, man, if I had a hold to some other country, I'd be the fuck out of here too.
Hell yeah, I'm shit.
Yeah, when I was talking to Jake, I was like, man, if a brother heard how I was talking to him, brother, like, what the fuck? I was like, hey, man, shit, I want to go to them countries too, man. Shit. But really, we want, in the spirit, we want to travel the world. We actually in prison, man. We want to be free. Yeah. That's the nature of us. Because what does it say? The earth was made for the elect's sake. This world was designed for us. Certain these women, these beautiful ass women. See, man, that's a whole other topic.
That's a whole other topic.
All that is for us.
Be watching, it's a page on Instagram I follow. I found, I think it's a page, and they do these like appreciations. I think it's called, it's I found or whatever.
Oh, that's what
And it's they'll have like pictures, they'll have like a slide, and it'll be like, these are the so-called beautiful women from Morocco and Turkey, fucking these countries. I'm like, man, we supposed to be able to travel and knock it down and leave seed wherever we want. Here in America, we so in prison, you just stuck to choosing the fucking nigga woman from the west side of your town, man.
Oh, the majority of these women got fucking diseases, and they'll put your ass in a goddamn box and give you fucking porn to watch, man. Everybody on these fucking phones, you look into they
you go in their history, ain't nothing but porn.
Filled up with gotcha. Filled up with porn. But it's like, why you ain't popping all these women? Because we in fucking prison. Just like a prisoner. When you're in prison, you ain't getting, you might have a couple people sliding in a little something, whether the warden or you might have a little chick come in, you knocking a little something down.
Right, a little conjugal visit.
But for the most part, you ain't really free. You ain't really dominating.
The average, it's a lot of men that walk up and down these streets that might get some pussy once or twice a year. If they're lucky. Now, everybody ain't out here getting pussy 3-4 times a week and shit.
Jake
By accident, by random. How much pussy you get?
He gonna say it like he a woman, like you asking her how much. Excuse me.
That is vow.
That is.
Ew.
I'm sorry. That is as him. So that is private.
In the kingdom, us Israelite men, the only day we're not gonna get no pussy is on the Sabbath.
That's it.
That's the only day.
That's gonna be sport in itself.
Or it might be so. Hey, we might be so past pussy in the kingdom. We're not worried about it.
We just getting a rest. It's gonna be a day to literally rest, man. Let your rod rest.
I got precept. It's Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right, arise ye and depart.
Clearly.
Depart out of this world, the way that this world works. This society, the norms. Okay, take your mindset out of that. And why the scripture says in the New Testament is that 1 Corinthians, where it says the fashion of this world passes away. So like I've been saying, your lifestyle that you've been living in this society is going to pass away. You're not going to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get ready to go to school.
Or catch a fucking train.
Or go to work, right? Catch a train or a taxi. Okay, you're not going to gas your car up and catch that last pumpkin spice coffee, before you head into the office. You're not going to do it. Everything's going to change.
Fucking QT donuts and shit.
A QT taqueros, little rolls.
Fucking
tacos, hot dog and shit.
The cold sluts were sitting there since 8 in the morning. The struggle is real, man.
So, this place you gotta depart out of, man. The reason, because it's really wickedness. It holds your spirit back. It holds your spirit in a box, like the brother was saying, like a prison.
Yeah, this is an oppression.
Okay, this is the scripture calls this the oppressing city.
And you know it's prison when you actually enjoy solitary confinement, man. Really, with the solitary confinement in this place is being in your fucking room, Netflixing and shit. That's some of the best time you have. Being on your lonesome. When you're around these fucking people, it's a vex.
Yeah.
And seeing these faggots, seeing these fucking retarded ass people, it really messes with your mind.
That's what happened with me. I felt I was going fucking crazy at my job, man. You know, these people are nutty, they're crazy, they're weirded out, they're gayed out. You know, and you just don't fit in.
Yeah.
You know what's so sad, like the brother's saying, is you get so, that's how you know it's literally isolation, man. Solitary confinement. Because you don't even enjoy your whole house.
Right.
You literally come in your house, take your shoes off, you might go in the kitchen.
Right.
You might get something.
If ain't nothing in there, you leave your ass right back out.
You going straight to the room.
Yep. Close the door.
You don't even enjoy your living room.
Backyard.
You don't even enjoy your backyard, your front yard. You don't do none of that shit.
You got a backyard.
You
If you
lucky.
front yard.
Right.
Hey, if I may say, and I'll get back to you. That's why when Paul wrote that, be peaceful to all men, he said, if possible, all that lieth in you, be peaceful with all men. But if all things are exhausted, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why he had to put it just wasn't be peaceful with all men. No, if possible, and all that lieth in you. If it's been exhausted, you better take your ass home before you go crazy.
Hell yeah. This place is designed to break you, man. And that's why a lot of these people are psychopaths, depressed, they on fentanyl and opioids and all kind of diverse drugs. You know, it'll be a new drug coming out in 2018. You can see, people will see that it's a flesh-eating disease, drug, and they'll still take this shit because they don't care about life, man. These people they know they're not living.
They do it until they die.
It's a high level of suicide. It ain't nothing for somebody to shoot themselves in the head.
And through the spirit, us catching hell is a form of showing that we're alive. That's why we're not in the congregation of the dead. All these other people, these people don't have no life, man. Our life is, even as base as our life is, we have one, I go as far as say us men that's in this truth in Atlanta, we live the most exciting life in Atlanta.
Hell yeah.
To live a prophet's life is exciting.
It sure is. It's so unexpected.
It's so unexpected. One day the Lord is blessing you. You might get a car, and then a few days later you're losing your job. That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's like
it keeps the blood flowing.
It keeps the blood flowing. Like
Ups and downs. We don't need no uppers and downers and all that shit. We got this truth. This truth is a roller coaster, man.
Well, you might wake up in the morning. And get some box. You know, you might get your rod blown. You know, I'm just saying. You know, painting a picture. You have a good breakfast. You know, white pancakes with white chocolate chips in this shit. It's a beautiful breakfast. Then by the end of the day, it's just a full-fledged, it's just a fuck up. You in traffic, you done got in a fight with somebody. That's living. See, Jake wanna live, but the way that the Most High got us living right now, they don't wanna live it. Like our life is just.
They in the state of comfortable. They comfortable. Yeah, complacency. That's the word I was looking for.
And comfortability too.
Yeah.
This truth is a constant challenge. Every time you think that you actually finished and like, all right, I just gotta handle this thing, I'll be good. I can just chill. It's always a big ass stack of other shit you gotta handle, man. Right. The car fuck up, this, that. And the same thing applies to these other people, but what the difference between us and them is that all is merited by this truth. We know everything that comes against us, we still can support it. And we can filter it out and understand it. Which the word understand in its essence is the same word as substance. Understand is something that you stand under and you actually have, stature upon that. Same thing with substance. Substance is under and stance. So we actually have substance. These people don't have no substance because they don't understand what the fuck they doing.
Like Jake over there. What kind of life do you think he lives?
Well, the reason why he wandering around like that, because he ain't got no life.
He ain't got no life. See, people look at us and be like, it's Saturday. Go get a life. What are you doing on your Saturday, nigga?
Right.
What are you doing?
Worried about what the fuck we doing?
Getting chewed out by a nigga woman. All you done did is you went to the mall, the same fucking mall you've been going to the last 15 years.
Bought some bullshit shoes that everybody else got.
But we ain't living.
I got precept. Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
That's right. The man that wandered out of the way. So if you're wandering out of the way of understanding, which is through this, the Bible, okay, then you're dead. You don't have no life.
Dead.
You don't have no. Let's put it straight to the point, okay? You know that where it says, she that liveth in pleasure.
Oh, it's dead while she living?
Dead while she living.
These women,
These women
boy,
are super dead, man.
They goddamn fucking
basically having sex with a woman is basically being a
necrophiliac.
These women ain't alive, man.
Spiritual necrophiliacs, man.
And that's why through the spirit, me and this brother that's with the phone, we always talk about it. We love a destitute ass woman.
Oh, yeah,
that's she living. Cause she living.
Yeah, she living.
Cause she's not living in pleasure.
Yeah.
What she gonna do?
She's not living in pleasure. She out here. She's still trying to pay last month's rent.
Right.
That's the type of woman you want.
Hell yeah. Hey, we're going back to the lions and different predators.
Yeah.
They don't prey on the big beasts.
It's strong.
Motherfucker, you gonna actually kill yourself. I seen one video. This lion was trying to take down like a big ass buffalo. They was fighting to the death. That buffalo killed that lion.
He killed him.
Man.
Yeah, he killed him.
Because he was trying to bite out more than he could chew.
Right.
That's a lot of these niggas. These niggas be trying to take down the biggest of demon women.
Right, you better get that.
Fucking 30. This woman, she might be 5'2", 160 pounds, but that demon in is fucking 7'8". 9 arms.
And there's 20 of them.
Yeah, there's legions of them. They stacked on top of each other and shit, man.
It's fucking monsters.
The fucking monster.
Yeah. Deep voice, masculine.
Right.
And you wonder why. But he had a situation with Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was with this woman for like 14 years. She done left his ass and she taking it back with her, man.
I think it was like 70 million. He looked 77 million, wasn't it?
But she looked petite. She looked like the nicest of women. You look at her like, man, she gotta be just sewing and reading books in her spare time.
Blake.
Oh, Blake.
Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods looks like a goddamn little Sweden woman. I make fresh jam. Jams and scones is what I do in my spare time.
You gotta kill yourself.
I play crossword puzzles.
Yeah, crossword puzzles. And the spiritual, which I'm gonna get this precept, but taking 50, 60 million from, you know how long it took an individual to get that money?
Right.
How much drugs he had to do to stay up, to actually perfect this craft?
Yeah.
And you just snatched the rug.
How many hours in the gym? All that
Hours
shit.
of dedication. How much pain you have
Different injuries.
injuries, all this travel, all the
Ice baths he had to take.
Yeah.
You ever stick your fucking foot in a bucket of ice? That's
like-
pain.
That shit's
You
pain.
know what that is?
Pins and needles.
That's inconsideration.
Yeah.
They don't consider what they did to get to that point. But that's that goddamn legion of 7, 8 demons on it.
Demons don't care about that. Demons just want.
Yeah. Cause
Oh, and take the child too.
yeah.
Take your fucking 50 million, take the children, and take your house. You had the situation with Master P. When this woman divorced him, she basically was in the crib and she was like, the judge said you don't have rights to kick her out.
And a new nigga was in the
And
house.
she had some thug life nigga in there, man. One of the grimiest niggas that the world got to offer in there. Probably do-rag nigga. Go one go
rival project.
You know, he probably out of date. Here it is. It was probably like 20. I forget what year it was. But he probably wearing 95 clothing. Fucking FUBUs and shit. Just through, man. Sitting on goddamn Master P $10,000 couch.
Smelling like Newports. Talk about something to wrap it up.
Okay. I got it preset. This 1 Timothy 5 and 6. And it's a cold world, man.
It's a cold world, baby.
But we can down it. That's the living of it too. Because we can stomach these things. We stomach reality.
Right.
Hey, we don't go through this shit.
No, we're not going through this
We
shit.
laugh at it because really what you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans go through, we don't go through that shit. The most of these brothers that I know, we got women, but our women ain't demons.
Right.
They do have demons on them, but they're not like a big fucking demon towards us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now you got, like I said, some of us, you know. But even so, you ain't got no woman that's like looking to burn your house down while you sleep.
TLC with that left
eye.
Fucking
left eye.
We got no left eye.
Because the scriptures tell you that a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, man. Most High keep us away from these goddamn crazy ass women, man.
Fucking vampire women.
So, now ending with this scripture, this is 1 Timothy 5 and 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth.
Right. So that's the way of the people in this world. When you live in this world, unless you understand this truth and this gospel, you're dead. Okay? Because your life, you're gonna die along with this society. Tell you one more scripture. We get 1 Corinthians 7. What says the passion of this world passes away.
That's why these women stink because they're dead.
Yeah, they're rotten.
They rotten from the inside. They're rotten corpse.
Rotten from the inside out.
You said fashion of the world, state of the world.
That's right.
I thought that was 1 Timothy.
That's yeah. Right. So the fashion of this world, like I said, everything is dying. That's why we said destruction under Babylon. That's why they're going to go to war, because they're going to bring upon the destruction upon themselves. That's why the scripture says in the prophecy, it says, when Satan be divided against Satan, how many shall his kingdom stand?
That's right.
And we're in the kingdom of Satan right now. That's why you can be snatched up. Something to the world. If you keep denying the truth, you're going to die along with the society. You're going to die in this world. That's why the scripture says you shall be tormented. Was that Revelation 14? It says that they shall be tormented day and night in fire and brimstone.
Yep.
Because your soul is going to be dropped off here. You're not making it. You're not leaving on a chariot, on a so-called UFO to be saved. You're not going to be delivered. All your hopes and dreams are going to die along with you here in America.
You better go watch Travis Scott, Stop Trying to Be God. That's the future of a lot of you niggas, man. You're gonna be cooked from the brain out. From the spirit. That's what was happening.
Yeah.
Most High not gonna, the flesh is easy to kill. But the Most High gonna make it where your spirit feel that pain. And the spirit don't feel pain. That's what's so heavy about it.
Power.
I don't want to taste that death.
Suffering and torment. That second death, that's gonna be a death so hard
Death
death.
is the death of death.
Going back to death getting his last hoorah.
Yep.
He gonna
Death gonna throw that ball up against the backboard and dump it.
Oh yeah, you gonna trace him crazy.
He gonna alley-oop himself.
This is 1 Corinthians 7 and 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it.
Right, you don't use we use the world. We're in the world, but we're not a part of it. We don't abuse it.
But when you know what happens when you abuse the world actually in turn abuses you.
Yeah.
It's poison, man.
Like drug abuse.
It's drug abuse, addiction.
Like a drug, like when you start taking crack or whatever, when niggas start drugs, the drug, it's fun times. Happy partying, but then the drug, it get its get back on you. Now you dealing with an addiction.
Teeth
falling out your mouth.
The drug is addicted to you.
Yeah.
That's why it says this place shall destroy you even with a sword destruction.
And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
That's right.
That's right. The fashion of this world passeth away, man. So not to abuse this world, we just use this world, to get our daily bread.
I don't get addicted.
Rely on your how about some shot, to deliver us. But the destruction is coming. Nuclear destruction, martial law, the race of war, everything we talked about today, all the trouble, the day of trouble is near, man. The economic collapse is near, So it's on us to be it's on us to be spiritually in tune, right, wise men.
That's right.
But with that, we're gonna end it. We're gonna sign off. So we're gonna give all praise, all glory, and honor to Yahweh.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem, B'Kar Kadash.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.